Roar in the sky, flames of sound. Lavistro wakes in the underground. Cyber dragon host seizes the helm. Dive into the madness of virtual realms. Welcome to DragonCast. Fire breathing wine, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd. Psychotic dragon ready to ignite. Hold on tight, we're taking flight. DragonCast. From Gamergate to Goonergate, woke crusaders spew their hate. Lies unfold before our ears. Podcast rage to calm our fears. Reclaim gaming in DragonCast. Fire breathing wine, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd. Psychotic dragon ready to ignite. Hold on tight, we're taking flight. DragonCast. Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest eye of unethical, your analysts face the score. Truth burns with a psychotic roar. Corrupt suits sneer what they despise. DragonCast will open your eyes. Integrity found in DragonCast. Fire breathing metal, screaming loud. Lavistro's here to shake the crowd. Psychotic dragon ready to ignite. Hold on tight, we're taking flight. DragonCast. DragonCast. Wings of justice cut through the dark. Lavistro's roar ignites the spark. A dragon's heart fiercely defends the gaming world. Our passion ascends. This is DragonCast. DragonCast.
And we're live, everybody. Hello. Welcome to another edition of DragonCast. This is probably one of the few DragonCasts where we also cover what everyone else is covering. And while everyone else won't tell you that they're not sponsored by Doritos or Mountain Dew, we are proud to say we are not supported or sponsored or condoned by Mountain Dew or Doritos. So therefore, we have alternatives of what we prefer is what we best describe as surviving on an island. It's water. You need lots of water. But that being said, before we continue everything, I'd like to say hello to the chat. I know you guys are piling all in a little bit. I do apologize for the late schedule. It's Christmas season, so you know how that is. But we have Imperfected, and we have, I don't know who the hell this person is.
Yes.
Or this person is.
Yes.
Probably losers. I don't know.
They're
not the people on this. They're definitely not the people on the panel right now.
No.
And then we have Lord Dragonil. Hello. And yeah, so that being said, hello to the chat. We do have quite a few things going on. I will say, for full disclaimer, for anyone that's in the chat right now piling in, I say this every time, you don't need to put a super chat to ask Mealy K and Mealy James a question. All our guests, if you have a question for them, just put it in there. We look at the chat, we try to highlight it, and you can ask without paying any money. fair disclosure, if you do, it was totally on you. I did not ask you for the money, and what happens after you give a super chat or stuff like that, that's your fault. You have yourself to blame. If you don't know, you just ask members of my chat. Other than that,
that's always the most successful guilt trip. Most effective guilt trip.
It's the best gaslighting. It's especially effective on Twitter. Whenever everybody gets all upset at me because I roasted, they're like, well, that's not fair, you're racist. Like, hey, I'm not the one that came out of their beginner village and came up to a dragon with level 1 equipment. That was on you. It's not my fault you got roasted. And then that's when shortly afterwards, Elon thought it was a bot, and then now I'm not Lavistro, not Lavistro 84. But Karrus, how you doing?
I am doing well. I am busy this weekend. I was obviously we had big night last night, and yeah, my weekend's gonna be a little short, but I'm squeezing some time in here because I like this show.
Yeah. Well, glad to have you. I hope your weekend doesn't suck much-ish. Although I will say I'm that's a lie because you creamed my ass towards the end of the streams on Halo 2. So I hope your weekend is ruined. I hope your weekend Monday is the Monday of Mondays.
In my defense, Camelot creamed all of us. Yeah. He does every time. His name. I think there was one person who actually was better than him for one round in all that we've done of this, and that was like, what? Everyone's eyebrows just raised like, oh wow.
I was reacting to Camelot creaming everybody's ass. That's what had me interested. We talking about Halo or something else?
Halo 2, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were playing Halo 2 multiplayer.
I was misreading the room entirely. Okay.
Yeah. If you were there for the stream, the amount of innuendos, like it was full on mid-2000s, like politeness just went out the door for the most part. It was either, oh, I'm gonna bone you or I'm gonna top you. Like innuendos were in the room.
You're gonna be my little Spartan power bottom. I love it.
I brought back the tradition, the Halo tradition. I was teabagging everybody I shot until they realized, okay, we're just gonna take advantage of this and just blow up Lavistro.
Yep.
Wouldn't let me have my tradition. But speaking of traditions and militaries and guns, VetGamerBoceifus, how you doing, buddy? I think your mic's.
I think he's muffled in Sarah the Kumarian's tits there. I tried to get Sarah the Kumarian for Christmas, the Kumarian, but instead I got Gozer the Gozerian, and you don't want her. She'll make you her power bottom, and it was somewhat pleasant. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be rude to Gozer. But.
You got to get it right. It's not Kumarian.
Oh, it's not
Kumarian.
Oh. That's why I ordered the wrong one. I wanted Sarah. Oh, see, I thought it was like she was like a cum goddess or something. Damn it! No. Oh, this makes so much more sense. Oh my god, my Christmas is ruined.
Fun fact: Bo, as I call him, is a huge Conan fan. You get anything at the lore wrong, he is right there to correct you.
Oh shit!
So that being said. Ely K and James, I know y'all are new to the panel. I don't know if I warned you about this, but we all know as streamers that we make a thumbnail to advertise our products and get people curious about, what the video or live stream is about. So when I say this, I'm not saying this from my point of view. I'm saying this because I speak for my viewers and people who click on my channel. Who the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you here? And why should they care?
I don't know, and I don't think they should.
I don't think they should care at all that we're here. Yeah. What are you talking about?
I'm like distracted by the cum goddess that's in the top center row here. Oh my god! But hi everybody. I don't know why we're here. We are on DragonCast, and as I said in chat, I need me a Khaleesi girlfriend for Christmas because I'm on a dragon show. So I need myself a dragon queen, baby. How do I get myself one of these? Me and Melee K, we run Melee games together, and we're bringing back the glory of gaming and chaos and good times and fun. And Kay is the #1 banana respecter in the world.
Oh God, why would you put that out there? Now people are
You
gonna
love
think I like
bananas.
bananas.
You love them.
Oh,
You love them
no.
more than the 50 Shades of Grey audience loves zucchinis.
Oh God.
So is there a lot of Donkey Kong references?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Weirdly enough, I like Donkey Kong. I hate bananas and the taste.
Well,
and the
I mean,
texture
I can probably guess why.
Why?
Cool. He's from Africa.
I mean, yeah, I have some respect for Africans, I guess.
I
Depends on the
bet.
Do you?
African.
The black anaconda snake is probably the best part about Africa.
Wait, Kay, it makes so much sense. When you
What do you-
tell me
what?
that you want to nuke Africa, it's not because of the African people. It's because of the bananas.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want to eradicate them. You're
Yeah.
fine with the people.
I'll rescue the Africans.
Yeah, okay.
It's the
You're right.
bananas that
Where are you
have to
gonna send
go.
them to?
Well, we'll have to
Them
find a
bananas
spot for
gotta
them.
go.
Yeah.
You know,
the bananas have to go.
that's gonna come out horribly wrong because if she goes to rescue them, she's gonna have to put them on ships to the west,
Yeah.
and
just saying,
yeah,
okay,
that's
this-
gonna cause a lot of ancestral flashbacks.
You know what? I think Canada is going to elect you, though. I think you're going to be our new supreme leader.
Perfect.
People are going to be like, we're going to ship them all in, but we're going to get rid of the bananas. God damn it, Kay. No wonder. No wonder. This is don't support melee games, or else you're going to eradicate bananas from the world, and we don't want that.
No,
I
that's
just want-
exactly why you should support melee games, so we can
No,
eradicate
don't
every
support
single
her.
banana
Don't support
on the
her.
planet.
Support me because I like Sarah the Cum Girl. She's wonderful. But I don't. I also like bananas, unlike this hateful, spiteful Jezebel that we have above us. So there you go. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, does
I don't know
that
why I'm here.
say who we are
Yeah,
at all.
that's my answer. That's my answer. I'm here because I like to look at footage of Hydro Thunder in the background. That's why. And 3D sexy girl art. That's why. Kay's into
we've
the
got you
dragons.
just fully entertained.
Oh, okay, perfect. Kay's actually here because she's a scaly, so that's why.
Do I look like a scaly?
Yeah, your Christmas sweater is all you call. Here's a little secret. When the cameras are off, she makes me refer to her as General Scales from Star Fox Adventure, and also it's really rough because I have to wear the cat outfit, and I do not look good in a loincloth.
So are you like the live action version of Cats where your face is like off centered a little bit because
Yes.
the outfit doesn't fit properly?
I actually look
Okay.
more like Jim Carrey's Grinch, and I'm going through the same torture training that he did, and that's a thing. Is yeah, Kay. If there's one thing I can tell you that's 100% true about Kay, it's that she loves furry animals. She loves to be called General Scales, and she loves Jim Carrey. It's she's a sick woman.
I think they've learned more about me than they need
You're-
to.
I see.
Yeah,
You're all in the right place then.
perfect. Thank you for having us here. I hope that answered your question because it didn't answer anything for me.
Could you repeat this part where you said all about the things?
Let's see.
Okay.
Kay, if there's one thing, Kay's a scaly. That's the one thing you have to take away from it. She loves lizard people.
Oh, I'm pretty sure one of my mods, he's not here right now, War Maniac. He would love to hear that. He has a obsession with scalies.
Kay, you should
But
go
that's
be a
'cause
mod
he's French.
here. You found your calling.
The lore is expanding.
Oh, just
Not the only thing that's expanded.
if you think things are wild now, wait until you learn about the lore of one of like my mods and Lavistro's mods, Sonia Lysette.
She's
has
great. I
such
like
an
her.
she has such an expansive lore that she cannot control at all, and it just keeps growing every month, sometimes every week. So don't feel bad. Like lores just pop out from nowhere from the most innocent of places.
The sacred texts, if you will.
Yes.
Well, we got quite a few news I want to get into before we get into the interview. I call them Dragon Bites, just small things that
Yeah, let's
I
do it.
want to cover real quick that's been happening, in the past week or so. But I figured we'd start off with something wholesome. Smash JT was taking his son to the Game Awards.
Nice.
That's a nice father-son outing. I think it's the least Smash JT can do for, profiting off of his son's gameplay every night. Because we all know Smash JT don't play games.
Oh shit.
But yeah, no, that was. I know some people were upset about it, but I'm pretty sure on our side, I'm like, it's a dad taking his son to video games. I wish my dad would have done. I wish I could afford to do that with my son. Don't get me wrong. I would have said like, we're not covering the Game Awards. I'm taking my son out to the Game Awards.
This would have been such an experience if I was his age.
Yeah, exactly.
Did he bring him to be like, look, son, here is what shitty games look like. And this is what we call a good old fashioned jerk off session where all these terrible people get together and they all pat each other on the back. And it's a den of evil. Maybe that's why. It was a lesson. He was teaching his son a very valuable.
Well, I certainly hope he closed his eyes when the Larry and Studios trailer came out.
Oh, gee, yeah.
I just
there was a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I
can
even
That
I
one
remember
even
like
made me cringe a little bit, but I still want to play it.
Oh yeah, no, we got some news on that too. The next thing we got, it's unrelated to the Game Awards, but it's been trending for a while. GameStop decided to steal Best Buy's girl.
Damn straight.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
And
my
she actually
wife
talks
is
about
back.
it.
I need to see her. Oh god, I'm waited with bated breath here.
You would have want my.
There she is. Oh my god.
What is it doing?
She went from e-girl to goth girl.
Yeah, I'm normally not a nose.
Did you ever get in trouble for filming?
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm sorry. I lost what I was gonna say because I'm looking at our queen here. I'm in the circles on Twitter where people were obsessing over her for well, pretty much since the Best Buy ad. And Kay didn't know. You didn't know who she was. I'm like, oh god, I see her.
I just thought it
once
was
a day.
generic goth girl at GameStop because that's always the stereotype that they'll like hire
No.
goth girls to like bait people into buying more games.
It was
So
wonderful.
I was like, oh, they just picked like one of their attractive goth girls to be in the awards show. Good for them.
And you know what?
No,
What
no,
made
no.
my
She used to
Christmas?
be. Yeah, I can't remember her exact name. I don't really care. But to be fair, I can't remember most celebrity names, anyways. But she used to work at Best Buy, and she was also an influencer. And then she went over to GameStop. But this is what she actually said about the Best Buy videos.
Best trade and deal.
Did you ever get in trouble for filming the Best Buy videos by corporate? Actually, yeah. I don't know if you guys noticed. I had to take down a few of them, but after I quit, I re-uploaded them because what are they gonna do? Fire me? I don't work there. Favorite hedge fund strategy?
Huh?
I don't know. Investment. Did you ever get in trouble for
I'll be honest. I like her better when she reads the script.
Best Buy
but I'll
videos
still take
by
it.
corporate?
Yeah, that was-
Actually, yeah. I don't know if you guys.
Hey, pause it. There we go. Stupid video.
So my Christmas was made because I didn't even know this. I tweeted out while that was going on. I think I tweeted that GameStop made the best play ever stealing Best Buy's girl. And I didn't even know Kay pointed this out, but I don't even know what her name is. Best Buy GameStop girl now. I guess the new GameStop goth girl. She retweeted me. And I never care about getting retweeted by celebrities or something, but my queen, I kneel. That is, I will simp. I will simp for GameStop now. That was wonderful.
This is definitely one of those things where Best Buy doesn't realize what they lost. They have no clue.
They had no idea. Yeah, no, they're like, here's a moderately attractive girl to do our fucking ad for us. And it was just like, you did not pay attention to the internet. You have no idea the simp army that you inadvertently created. GameStop did. GameStop noticed, and they wrangled her in. Oh my God, they got that lasso, and they're like, get over here and become a goth girl on top of it. Next one, they're going to like have her do a wet t-shirt contest or something.
No. They're going to have this collab between this girl and the girl from AT&T. They're going to have that kind of collab.
Oh, the nut girl? Or is she the one that always wants to
I
be
don't know
like-
what her
The
name
nut
is.
girl? What?
Is that the one that always is that the one with the milkers and she plays Squirrel Girl? My friends are here. Is that her? Hold on, let me see.
But
Yeah!
probably.
Yeah, it's
I didn't know
Squirrel
that was
Girl.
what she
And
did.
she's a part of an AT&T commercial?
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like the actual
Milana
mascot.
Weintraub, and what's funny
Yeah.
is shout out to the best account on Twitter, just cat meme mittens, because he made her go full meltdown mode because on a TikTok live or whatever, she was there and he was in the chat spamming mommy milkers, mommy milkers.
Oh,
and
no.
and that's
Mittens.
why
Well,
that's
she
why
has no
she
room
went-
to talk though.
Oh
You're
yeah.
talking about the AT&T girl, right? She
Yeah.
has no
And
room
she,
to talk. You know why?
oh, because now she's capitalizing on it. She sees the money.
Yeah, she made a burlesque set of photos to raise awareness for the wildfire thing in California.
Yup.
So, like,
But years ago,
Yeah.
she was like all offended and being like, "Don't talk about me, don't sexualize me." And then just now, she was like, "But money, though."
yeah, well,
Once
she's
again.
38. She's hitting the wall.
That's true. That's true. The eggs are going, so she's got to make that money. And she better
And then-
thank Mittens for that.
And then we have the game that this is not a big news thing because we don't have much on it because it came out during the awards, but we might know where the Queermancer from Dragon Age of Belgard is going or is working on. The self-called Queermancer. Let's just put it that way.
Uh-oh.
So
yes.
Warlock is the latest game from Wizard of the Coast. And if anyone remembers earlier this year, I forget his name, but he called himself a Queermancer. He was the creative director for Dragon Age of Belgard and was picked up to work on a game. It might be this game because that's the only news I found out regarding Dungeons and Dragons.
So I always play a necromancer anytime I play like a video game. I don't know what a queermancer is. If a necromancer summons skeletons, does a queermancer like summon kids to molest? Like, how does that work?
I think the Queermancer is turning everything queer.
Oh, okay. He
No, I
doesn't
was
summon so much as like he
Technomancer
paints
will,
it.
will turn everything like cyborg or technological, whatever.
It's like
They
Mickey's
convert
Epic
everyone to
Rush.
twinks.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Lavistro,
So-
his name is Corin Bush.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Re-
I'd take
and yes,
Jeb
he's
Bush over
definitely
this.
related to George Bush for all those who want to know.
What's Jeb Bush doing? I want him to make games. He'd make the most like safe, mediocre games ever. Way better than this guy. I'll
Oh,
take Jeb.
he would make the Game Awards seem wild in comparison if he had his own Game Awards.
Hell yeah. I'd watch
This was
the
like
Jeb
the safest.
make game awards. I want to watch the Jeb Bush game awards.
So I'm
Please
just posting
clap
it out
after
there as a because I don't have a lot of news on it. It's just one of those things I picked up in the Game Awards. Like, oh, this could be the game that is Dragon Age of Belgard D&D edition.
It's funny
So
you
you
mentioned
might
that. I
have
appreciate
5
it. Yeah.
words about why someone is non-binary.
Yeah, the funny thing is when I was watching the Game Awards, I totally checked out of this trailer because as soon as I saw Wizards of the Coast, I'm like, done, and I just left. So I was I didn't even know the connection because me and Kay, we were arguing kind of about this while we were watching, but there was the other game that's published by Wizards of the Coast everybody was excited for, and it's like, oh fuck, Wizards of the Coast is involved, and immediately it's like a death stamp. It's like, okay, avoid this game like the plague. Avoid this game like the Queermancers are taking over.
Exodus?
Yes. Yeah, I was excited for that, mildly. And then I saw
The
Wizard of the
game
Coast.
looks good. I don't
Yeah,
know.
good. I'll play Mass Effect 2 again. I don't
They,
care.
they have
I don't
some
care.
good products.
No,
I
they
mean,
don't.
Baldur's Gate 3 was technically Wizards of the Coast product, even though it's Larian.
Yeah, settle down, bear fucker.
So, well, I'm just saying they have good products attached to them. So, yeah, I know that they've messed up a lot, but
My big
Get it.
thing is this is a cinematic trailer. Show me in game, then you probably
Yeah.
have my
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am tired of all these cinematics. I
Yes.
want to know what the game plays like.
Well, you do
show
know
me,
the
like,
Dorito Pope loves his cinematics. Everything's a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10 if it has a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
He never mentions anything about mechanics in his later years. I don't even know if he does that today. Like one thing I noticed, I was telling this to Karrus during the Game Awards. Every time we had someone that was a veteran in the game industry, he calls them an icon. There's no unique name for they're all icons. An icon of the game industry, an icon of the game industry. It's like, let me guess.
Yeah.
An icon. Yep, there we go. Icon. He's like, everyone's an icon.
Just
Yeah,
invent
he
the
like-
new drinking game. I love it.
He likes buzzwords and optics. That's the big thing he cares about.
And all of the games that he showcases, like you said, it's all skewed towards a certain style. It's all the narrative-driven, like very Sony-style games where it's like you press X on the controller, then you put it down for 40 minutes and grab popcorn. Like Those are barely games, but that's what he wants. Is Jeff Keighley wants to cry. He wants to cry during his video games, and that was my drinking game for the Game Awards. It was like every time somebody was always crying. If somebody wasn't crying, a character in the cutscene was fucking crying. It was nonstop, like sad slop. That's what also won the Game Awards.
But the last thing we're gonna do for Dragon Bites is Moist Critical's reaction to being nominated.
Yeah.
We do have the Melody Maxine, but that will be when we actually cover the Game Awards after the interview. So I like this. This is a good post.
Moist Critical.
Please God.
Adriel. Kai Sanad. Moist Critical.
Please God,
Sakura
anybody but
Miko,
me.
And the Burnt Peanut. And the Game Award goes to Moist Critical. Congratulations. All right. Here are the nominees for Best Fighting Game. 2XKO. Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Fatal
That's cool.
Fury, City of the
Thanks.
Wolves, Mortal Kombat Adriel.
So yeah, apparently he was very ecstatic to be nominated and awarded Content Creator of the Year.
The only thing I know about
I thought it was kind of funny.
No, he deserves it based on everything I know about him, which is not much apart from he likes to swap kids' genders. So good, you earned it, Moist Critical. Good job.
Never
You
heard of
remember that one, huh?
That's all I know about him. That's literally all I know. He
Yeah,
has
that's all I
long
know.
hair like me, and he likes trans kids. That's all I know.
Yeah.
The one
That's
time he was
literally all I
pressed
know,
on an
too.
issue.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Usually he's
Damn.
neutral, but now he's. But I do remember someone telling me that he was actually vocal, not very, but this like before he was very big or something. I don't know. I don't know much about Moist Critical's history, but one of my circles was telling me he was very vocal against the Dorito Pope. And if people don't know, that's the Dorito Pope. He was the true, what shall we say, the precursor to Gamergate. He's the reason about the ethics in games journalism, because everything was a 9 out of 10. He was always sponsored by Doritos, Mountain Dew. So people were like wondering, okay, is he being very ethical as a games journalist? And then it became Gamergate. And then we had Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian stole the show to become.
She was sponsored by Five Guys.
Yes,
Great
she
wrestler.
was.
Great wrestler.
Five Guys at Freddy's.
There you go. That would have been better than the Five Nights sequel. Instead of this.
Well, I know this because I downloaded the wrong game.
Oh shit.
He
That one
went to the
sounds way
adults
better.
only section.
You know, it's probably a better game. Not gonna lie. You won out in the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we in a cell phone ad now? Oh, good lord.
Oh no. So
That was great.
Full disclosure, I keep my phone nearby because Christmas season, Amazon, and the ex-wife might call to want to talk to him. Usually I catch that in time because I'll see the phone flash before the
that's fair.
ringtone comes up. But the notifications, they just pop out of nowhere.
That's totally valid. It was just so perfectly clear. It was wonderful. It's like we're talking about sponsors, and all of a sudden it sounded like a cell phone ad. And I'm like, okay, great.
Give it time. In 30 seconds, he's going to do a sponsored by Ray Shadow Legends spiel.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
now that you mention it, though, that's something that was missing. Like, because I mean, we can talk about the game.
Oh, well, we do have a sponsor that we do have to mention, so I might as well just do this now.
Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book.
Bye. Yep.
Do you know who that is?
I'll take John Lovitz.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Jay Sherman.
Nope.
Okay, well, that's the two that I know. Kay, do you have a guess?
I was gonna say John Lovitz, so I don't know.
Hey, we don't forget John Lovitz here. We don't.
This was John Della Rose before he got into games.
Why did that name sound familiar? John Delarose. It sounds
JDA?
like
he
Was he trying to be
Goonergate?
like Gooner Gate?
Venom Pulse.
But he was a moron.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he
he
sounds
was
like
totally simping for Melanie Mac.
he has a name like a baseball player. Like I can see him like going
Yeah.
up to bat and it's like John Delarose. John, I don't know anything about you, so if you find this, go play baseball. I think you'd make it big.
To be funny, like when John
He
Della
was a
Rose
failed
was
politician too.
Oh.
yeah, he was he was Congress. He tried to run for Congress, but I remember when Goonergate was happening, people were telling me like John Del Rose. John Del Rose, like, who is that? Like they were talking like I should know this guy. And I was like, fine. Now, full disclosure, I did not notice until the summer of this year, and I'm a veteran, so you can figure all this out later. But when I went to the VA, they had me get tested, and it turns out I have Asperger's. So that means that when you ask me something or you tell me something, I want to go figure this out. I'm not going to look at a book or something like that. I'm going to go and get the full lore. I went all the way back to
perfect.
Yeah, I went all the way found from 2009, John Del Rosa's failed campaign on up. That's why he's a book writer. He was in Comicscape before he popped into video games. Like, so he's just like that Reaper meme. He comes in, no one gives him attention, so he goes into the next one and the next one. And I covered that in a video. And then 2 weeks later, John Del Rose, because I'm like I said, I wasn't even months. I was like maybe 190 subscribers at the time. Earlier during Goonergate, he goes, "Thanks for watching, commenting on my video to intimidate me." And I was like, and for like the next few months, I had like 4 alt accounts unliking my videos. The only time I've ever had videos unliked, it was always 4 accounts. You can't know who they are. But just 4 unlikes, and then eventually they went away. But,
so in your autistic deep dive, did you find, now that you know everything about this man's life, has he ever tried to play baseball?
No, he's never tried to play baseball.
All right, John, listen to me. Reach out to us at Melee Games. I'm gonna make your career explode here. You're in the wrong profession doing Goonergate stuff or gooning or whatever it is, jerking off. Look, I want to jerk off too. Are you kidding me? I have to stare at Sarah the cum girl all day. Hit me up. We're gonna get you signed with like the Yankees or some shit, all right?
Oh, if you think that's bad, I'll just show you this. This is gonna be hilarious. During my research, I keep this as a thumbnail just in case John Del Rose ever decides to attack me. I think I'm safe now. It's been almost a year. I was like, just in case I need more ammo, I want to have this bookmarked.
You know, poor Sarah. She feels harassed.
Well, maybe she shouldn't dress like that.
But someone actually made a history of his entire timeline of everything he's ever done.
Oh my god!
I mean, yeah, it's from a leftist, but when you read it, there's some certain things that you're like, for example, where's that? He tries to say that God is racist.
God is racist. That.
What?
Yeah, like he says that on a he says God is racist.
God is like posting on poll here, being like, "So you know who I hate? Somalians." Go off, God.
But then he got banned from the Worldcon for causing trouble, and he always says, "I'm never the guy to cause trouble." But you find here from way back in 2018, yeah, he's been doing the same thing over and over. But I have a folder just of John Del Rose. Just because of that thing, and I keep all my folders when I do my deep dives in case I need to reference them later, because I've learned over time, not just with the Google AI thing, that knowledge gets pushed away with the new knowledge that comes up on top. So yeah, because I'm missing quite a few things of my research from way back in the day when I was doing game design. There are some free ebooks that you can still access, because I used to do game design for a while, that are superior to the newer ones. Let's just say they really tell you about, they really, like, one book literally dissected the Final Fantasy VII Aerith and Sephiroth scene. It dissected it very well, how to understand the emotional relationship between the player and the game.
Damn. So you did game design. Is there any games that you like had a hand in that are like on Steam or anything that I can look at? I want you to shill yourself to me now. I've learned about John Del Rose. I want to learn about you.
I actually, there are 2 reasons why I can't. Number one, non-disclosure agreement. Even though I will say none of my games were AAA. That's fine. The closest thing to AAA, I was an intern back when Mike Laidlaw was still at BioWare. Mm-hmm. But other than that, no. Most of I've only done it for like 5 to 7 years.
Oh, okay. Well, if you worked at Bethesda, you would have worked on maybe 2% of a game, so I get it.
Yeah. No, I would even work. I was basically a freelancer that people would hire to come work for their games. I've worked on a couple of AA, and those things are non-disclosure. The other ones would get me doxxed because it was a small indie studio.
Yeah, totally valid. Don't do any of that.
I just wanted you to shill your games because I like games and I would have liked to play some of your games on stream. But okay.
I'm pretty sure some of them, after Collective Shout came in, I'm pretty sure some of them have been removed because to me, it's not about. I will make a queer master game if that's what you want. You just pay me the money,
okay,
and I'll just do it. And then if you can't make money off the game, that's on you.
Make me a Survivor style game like Vampire Survivors, but it's called Queermancer, and you summon like little gay children to like go and attack people.
You have the GDD?
Do I have what? Do I have
what?
Is that an STD? No, I'm clean.
GDD,
I am not.
Game design document.
Oh, I'll write one right now for you.
Yeah, go right ahead and do that.
All right, yeah.
I'll probably do it on the 30th of February. I'll start the 30th of February.
I got the game design document in chat there for you. You're good.
But that being said, let's go ahead and start the interview. Because we've been talking for a while, for 30 minutes. I didn't plan on Dragon Bites being that long, but yeah. So I think we mentioned this in the DMs. I tried to grab gamers that stream, people that contributed to the gaming culture, and try to make them more human. We've all seen it before where we watch our favorite streamer, they talk about things, but we don't really get to know them, like why they started this and how they became a gamer, what makes a game to them, why are they doing this. So we just get there a couple tidbits, right? So these interviews I designed is kind of like back in the old days of Tips and Tricks IGN, where we bring in a game designer, we bring in a pro game or whatever the case may be, and we try to get their side of the story. So I'm going to start us off at the beginning. We're going to wave my magical tail. It's going to fart out its rainbow shit and all that other stuff. And we're going to go back in time to when Mealy James were itty bitty kids. What was your first game you played?
Oh, that's a great question. First game we played ever? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you not know the answer, James, for yourself? Mine's always easy. I talk about it a lot.
So you go first. I need to think for once. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Well, I've been playing video games since I was I would say 2 or 3 years old, quite early. I got lucky that way. But the first console I owned was a Sega Genesis. So Sonic 2 was my very first game ever. And I instantly fell in love with that game. I just thought the art style was gorgeous and I loved the speed, at least in the first level. And then after that, it kind of slows itself down. But Sonic 2 was my very first game, and I very quickly fell in love with the Genesis, the twang, and several other games on the Genesis, and that was kind of my life for at least a year or two.
That's great. Okay, that's way better than my answer because I'm elderly and have Alzheimer's. So I don't know. If you had a gun to my head, you'd probably pull the trigger because I don't remember the exact first game I ever touched a controller on. But the first console I ever played would have been the Atari 2600, introduced by my father to me, and I played a bunch of games on it, the cowboy game, Dungeons and Dragons on it. But my favorite game, I'll say my favorite game on the system is Haunted House, where you play as pretty much Meatwad and you collect keys and stuff. But if you want something that's probably more attuned to what you're looking for, because I was playing these games and it's okay, yeah, games, they're fine. The first game that kind of blew my mind, and I'm like, oh, these are video games, was I was going to my grandmother's house, probably for Christmas, because the whole family was there, and I went to go play with my older cousins, and very young, probably, same age as Kay here, wee little baby, and I already knew games existed, but I'm going into a dark room, and my cousins are in there, and don't get any funny ideas, but there's a glow from the TV, and I look over, and I see Street Fighter 2 for the first time. Now, I'm going from Atari 2600 to Street Fighter 2, and I didn't think video games could look like this. And they have 2 games, and we just swapped them back and forth. And it was Street Fighter 2 and Super Mario World. And I remember the vividness of the colors and how much it popped in comparison to what I thought technology could do. And I'm just it was like a drug. It was absolutely like a drug. And I'm like, okay, this has now ruined me for life. Thanks, cousins. Wish you never showed me that. So that's, I think, the better answer than me vaguely talking about the 2600 is you could, flip a coin, Super Mario World or Street Fighter 2.
Mhm. Well, that actually answers the follow-up question, but that's surprising. You're not the first one that's told me the Atari 2600 was their very first console,
Nice.
but you're also not the first one who hasn't told me that Custer's Revenge was their favorite game.
Well, yeah, that came later. That was like when my
Yeah.
parents went to sleep. I popped that bad boy in.
Yeah.
Pocahontas can get it.
Yeah. Well, actually, her name's Revenge. I actually am
Oh.
making a video on Moral Panic, and I'm covering Death Race from 1976, video game arcade addiction, and Space Invaders Rush, which was the first video games are addictive policy, and then Custer's Revenge. In Custer's Revenge, like I said, I do autistic deep dives, so I'm more afraid of that one than in 1976. Will have every woman ever pissed off at me. Because they're going to translate a study. I was like, why are women always in more like overrepresented? Every time there's a moral panic, it's almost always women that are, starting it or behind us. I wanted to know, right? I didn't want to say because she's baby because I didn't want to pull an Archer on, on everybody. So I asked the sciences and found out there's a study on moral panic scientifically in that women respond to certain things. And I'm like, when I got done writing, because I'm not paying attention when I was reading, I was like, oh my God. I'm gonna have every female viewer that ever watches me ever. I'm gonna literally start Gamergate 4.
Good.
Just
we had
because
3?
I'm the sciences on why women react.
We did the prequels. Now we're in the OT here. All you got to do is tell those women and say, "Hey, look, Custard's Revenge. If it wasn't a video game, but if it was instead a romance novel, you people would be eating it up. You'd be seeing."
No. Custard's Revenge was manufactured 100%.
Yeah,
and it was because second wave feminism and Native American issues were like the interest in them were dying out. It was the switch from activism of the 70s into Reaganism. So they weren't getting attention, and Custer's Revenge offered the perfect thing, but it didn't really do much.
And really, all it did was make Native women more appealing. Like, you're welcome, Native women. Now we all want to, get together and have our half Native.
Oh no, I'm part Native American. My great grandmother was a Comanche.
And were they not more attractive after playing Custard's Revenge? Were you not like, you know what, I'm going to keep it in the bloodline there?
I'm not gonna know when about that one, but when I will say when people thought I would stand with them with Standing Rock, I was like, you know what? To be fair, my ancestors Comanche got exactly what they deserved when they mutilated a 16-year-old goat and sent her to the San Antonians.
Damn straight.
Because what happened next was the San Antonians got on their horses and went after the Comanches. And annihilated the entire tribe. So I was like, that was kind of fair.
That's fair. I have a question for you now. I'm going to totally derail everything now that I know you're part Native, because one of my favorite games of all time is the 3D Realms Prey, which is an FPS where you play a Native named Tommy.
I played that game.
Okay. I used to have a Native friend, and I remember bringing it up in conversation, and he was like, I hate that game. That's racist against my people. And I'm like, this made your people seem awesome, like you can't die. Like you literally can't lose in that game, and you take on aliens and shit. And every time you die, you go to your ancestral land and like regain your health by going and like hunting down like alien birds. This was the coolest thing ever, and you're denouncing.
I told you it's the best accurate representation of the in the beginning. It's the best accurate representation of the Native American reserves. They're shitholes. Yeah, they really are.
It starts out in a fucking bar casino. It's so
with
good.
Heart playing of all things. Heart.
Yes,
don't be wrong. It's great, awesome band. But it's like the whole point of it was it was a shithole. They're trying to tell you why he wants to leave the reservation.
Right. Okay.
But I actually loved the game. I remember playing it, and it was one of the first times I played because it shows my age. I was allowed to play more mature games. And I was eating pizza in the alien spaceship. And disclaimer for anyone who's eating, you might want to mute the mic. I see on the side of the wall literally shitting out body parts like it was taking a shit.
Yeah.
I nearly vomited my pizza.
I love that the game makes aliens scary again, because like from the perspective of Tommy, like you're in a nightmare reality. So it's pretty much, it's like Doom but with aliens, but the aliens in Prey are kind of scarier than the demons in Doom. It's such a fucking masterpiece game. So anyway, I just had to be racist and get your opinion on it, because I was like, ooh,
racist at all.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah,
you know,
my favorite part to point out what Patrick Rojas says here. I'm kind of like him. I have I look Native American, skeletal, like my facial features, everything looks Native American, but I have white skin. So when people try to make that point out, I'm like, what do you want to do? Grow out my hair, have feathers in it, wear denim, and go by the name Johnny Redcorn? Are you literally judging me by the color of my skin?
I mean, he got some baddies in his day. I wouldn't judge you.
Yeah, another story just to give, it was shortly right before the pandemic, I have a friend who's a communist. Like, he's a little straight up communist, but not like the Twitter / the crazy communist. Like, he believes in communism, but he literally puts apart, like, I'd rather the American people vote for it. I don't want to do a revolution because that's not true communism. So I was like, yeah, well, good luck, buddy, on that one. But he was saying, like, we need to consider the plight of the Native Americans and how the white man stole their homes. Like, yeah, keep preaching. I'm just like egging him on. He's like, we need to give them back their land and this and that. I was like, yeah, preach it. And he goes, I forget what he said, but he said something where I thought I could no longer say a straight face. I was like, okay, now I get to mention my Native American history. I said, okay, fine, give me your keys. He's like, what? I was like, give me your keys.
I'm taking back your land.
I was like, no. You said you want to give the Native Americans your land. Give me your keys. You're not Native American.
That's
bro.
Amazing.
I'm a Comanche. I was like, I'm not in the tribe, no, but I am literally a Comanche. You give me the key. This is literally my land. Like, where we live is my ancestral land. Like, no, this isn't some other tribe's land. This is where my tribe used to live.
So what did he do? Did he just like freeze on the spot, or like
he actually did? Yeah. Friend.exe broke.
Yeah, I love when that happens. I absolutely, that's the best moments, when it's just like you catch them in that moment when it's just like, oh, well, I don't actually want to practice what I preach. What? I'm just talking here. Oh, I love it. I love it.
So he was actually, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to sound racist. Like, then stop trying to speak for me. I have a mouth. I can speak for myself.
Right.
And he's like,
so funny.
But you're not going to speak up. It's like, probably because I don't have a problem with it. You know what's really on my mind? All the Native American women that are kidnapped. That my own people are dying out because they're not able to procreate, or we don't know what's going on, why the Native American tribes are getting smaller and smaller. You know, another thing that's an issue on my mind, the fact that meth is the number one addiction. It used to be firewater, alcohol, now it's meth. That's a major issue in the Native American community. You want to talk about that?
Let's
talk about that.
But first, I'm gonna need your house.
Yeah, I still want the house.
Yeah.
I thought if he ever talks about it again, he can know. I have it recorded, and where I live is a one party consent state. So it's like, you did say you need to give it to Native Americans. I can easily prove it to Native Americans. If I wanted to, I could find some way to suspend this as an actual civil suit to get your house.
Anytime you argue him now, you just like jingle keys in front of him as a reminder. Just you got to go.
Oh no, I just pull out the phone and just play the audio.
Oh no. Gotcha.
But back to the interview.
Oh yeah.
Why, that was so interesting.
Yeah, no, this is way more interesting than
I want to learn about you. What?
Yeah.
Well, that's how we network, all that stuff. But this is about y'all. Everyone knows my lore, but they don't know about the lore of Mealy K or James.
Yeah,
go on. We'll be honest. No, I'll say this: it would be cooler if y'all called yourselves Mealy Jesse, Mealy James.
Oh, like Pokemon?
Yeah,
I like that.
Karrus, get your cat. We need a Meowth. Where's
She's
what
she's
was
sleeping
the
right now?
That's what cats do.
Y'all considered as the best? Like, what game did y'all consider? Actually, no. I want to go back to Mealy K. You said Sonic, right? Was one of the games you played. Sonic 2?
That was my first game ever, Sonic 2.
Okay, so I have a question for both of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Which is better, Mario or Sonic?
Mario, easily.
Oh, this is such a hard conversation for me.
Mario.
I love Sonic more, I think, objectively speaking, Mario is a lot more consistent. So I will always fight and say Sonic is better. But if you look at the actual rap sheet of games, Mario tends to hit it out of the park more than Sonic does. You have games that are either like amazing in Sonic or they're just flops. There's Sonic games that I can't stand. With Mario, I can't think of a Mario game that I'm like angry seething that I hate. I think the closest thing to a Mario game I dislike is Odyssey, but otherwise,
Fuck you.
I pretty much enjoy every Mario game. With Sonic, I could probably list off like several bad Sonic games. So when Sonic is good, it's like fantastic and I love it and I enjoy it more than Mario. But I think consistently speaking, Mario is a more successful franchise and it's got overall more consistent, better games.
How dare you, Odyssey?
Well, that's our show. Everyone, thanks for watching.
They are now canceled. They will never be ever join ever again in a gaming community because everyone knows Sonic is better than Mario.
Ooh, well, here's the thing:
I'm a big Sonic simp. I'm wearing a Sonic sweater. I love Sonic, but I have to be honest with myself. And I was always in the console wars. I was always like Sega Genesis, Sonic. Let's go. We're the underdog. Let's kick ass. But like Mario's kind of,
I mean, Patrick Rojas was trying to give y'all a hint, the right answer.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that. No, I'm never going to get invited on this show again because I think the best thing ever from Sonic isn't even in the video games. It's the Knuckles TV show and Sonic Boom, the TV show. So Sonic creates good media, but oh my God, Kay, how dare you insult the glory that is Super Mario Odyssey? That is top 2 Mario games ever and way superior than anything your little blue furry hedgehog has ever done.
No, Frontiers is better than Odyssey.
No, it isn't. It's a shitty Breath of the Wild.
Sonic is better than Mario. And Legend of Zelda is better than all of them.
No, I'm siding with the Italians on this one. No, I'm Team Mario all the way. I will take that beloved plumber. Those games are peak, and no, it's.
I bet you don't even know his original name.
Who's Sonic's or Mario's or Link's? It's isn't it Mario? Or are you talking?
No.
It's Captain Lou Albano.
No,
that's who I'm gonna call it. Oh, yes.
It is Jumpman in
right.
Donkey Kong, yeah.
That's right. That is true. But no, I am team in this fight. I'm team Mario all the way. And you know what? I'll even say Kirby is better than all of those too. It's throwing that little pink god-eating bastard. It's he is way better.
Kirby is probably the most American of all the game characters
because he just consumes.
He goes from suck to blow.
But no, I got the follow-up question to that. I just want to ask it because you mentioned the Sonic 2. Because that is a question I usually ask everybody because it's the age-old Gen War Easter egg question, where we were all fighting as kids, which is better, Mario and Sonic. But what was the game that really hooked you on the game? Like this became more. This wasn't just some pastime, just something you play just for fun. This was okay. I'm a gamer. What was the game that made you passionate about games?
That's a hard question.
You know what? If I'm going for earliest, and if I'm ignoring what I already answered, because I'm actually not a big Street Fighter guy, and I'm not big on Super Mario World. Actually, I'm Team 3D Mario over Team 2D Mario. But on the Super Nintendo, because after I fell in love with the Super Nintendo at my grandmother's house, the game that I played more than anything on the Super Nintendo was Mortal Kombat 3. And I'm a lifelong, diehard, big Mortal Kombat fan. That was the game where I got obsessed with the lore, got obsessed with the characters. I was playing it every day. That was one of the first things I did on the internet was join Mortal Kombat forums and talk about the next game and who do you think is going to be in it and all that. And Patrick, it was the original Mortal Kombat 3 where Cabal is broken as shit. Not Ultimate. It was the original Super Nintendo version where it was just Cabal being the crazy OP. But I loved it. And I didn't have any memory of the time. I didn't know at the time Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. So my Sub-Zero was my favorite character. And I knew him unmasked before I ever knew his mask, which I know that was controversial. How dare you take off his mask? I'm like, nah, he looks cool with the scar and everything. So I absolutely loved it. I was really upset recently because the actor who played Shang Tsung so well in what I consider the first great video game movie was Mortal Kombat. So that actor sadly passed away. And I even, as a kid, loved Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And I know it's a shitty movie. Now I watch it drunk. But that Mortal Kombat Annihilation is the lore of Mortal Kombat 3. And so I was like, I don't care if it's shit. I love it. I get to see Montaro. I get to see Smoke. I get to see, I think Cabal and Stryker are mentioned off camera. So I'm like, I'm in. So yeah, that was the game that like really first. And many games after that did. You know, you have Knights of the Old Republic. You have World of Warcraft. You have Halo. But like the first one was definitely Mortal Kombat 3.
Patrick Ross asked, which version of Mortal Kombat 3?
Oh yeah. No, I answered. It was the original version because like the original version of Mortal Kombat 3 was like really unbalanced and broken, and so everybody just plays Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, which I think adds a few characters into it. But like I am very nostalgic for that original version of Mortal Kombat 3 on the Super Nintendo because I still have my cart from a kid. You zoom in Melee K's skull, like upper right there, you can see my original like. When I was
did you know? Fun fact, but did you know? The Mortal Kombat movie proves that Highlander is part of the Mortal Kombat canon.
Fucking Christopher Lambert, baby. So good. I love his Raiden. That first Mortal Kombat movie is so good. Like everybody in it, like Kano's amazing. Sonya's amazing.
I will admit that it had the cheesy 90s writing, but the music was sound. The fighting, the way they tried to relate to the characters' original designs and stuff, everything. The lore was good. It's just, I tell people, it's like, you got to understand, it was cheesy 90s writing. There's no one can fix that.
So good.
But the movie itself is still good.
Yeah, I love cheesy 90s. There's nothing to fucking fix. It was so good. Like, hey, those are $5,000 sunglasses, asshole. Like, it's so good. Like, it's so quotable. I remember being a kid and being like, hey, that's how I want to die. I want to die just like Kano did, but in between Sonya's legs. It's the perfect way to die. So yeah, I love it.
And the actress who played Sonya's character for I don't know if she was the same one for the movie, but the actress that played the character for the games,
she's great.
She still looks good for her age.
She is smoking.
Like, oh my god! I was like, I have Native American genes and I don't look that good. Like people say, you're Native American, you're young, you'll live forever. I was like, no, I don't look good. Like the voice of Lavistro does not look at all like that. I was like, I wish I could look that good.
she is a sweetheart and she's great. Like people like will tweet out photos of her back in the day and they won't know it's her anymore, and she'll quote tweet and be like, yeah, I could kick this chick's ass, like no problem. It's literally her. She is wonderful. She goes to cons all the time, and just it's a rare time where it's actually like a cool person to meet and hang out with. And I was super disappointed on the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Don't get me started, I'll be here all day. But the only reason I was interested in it, because I already have all the ROMs of all these games. They didn't even get all the ROMs, and they didn't get them correct, and they bugged them. But that documentary, I was hoping to hear more from her, but instead they're interviewing people that are completely irrelevant to Mortal Kombat, like Cliffy B. Get the fuck out of here. If I want to hear about getting cucked, I'll go to you, Cliffy B. You have nothing to do with Mortal Kombat. So, yeah, she is definitely a great girl if you see her at a con to pick her brain on all things Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat, at least until... after Mortal Kombat 9, it all went downhill because that was the peak, and then it's never been the same. But I used to love Mortal Kombat so much.
And Mealy K, this is where you get to say that women play games too. So what was the game that?
Don't lie, Kay. They don't.
Women don't play video games. I feel like I was just sold on the concept of video games right away. But if I'm thinking of a game that I'd like spent countless hours in, and the first one I did that with. Weird answer, Donkey Kong 64. I'd spent so much time in that universe and I just loved exploring everything, that I think that was the first time that I was like, wow, I don't just like video games, I love video games, because I am just every second of my life going in here and playing this game. So there were games before it. Was that? The rap, yeah.
Yeah, it's a rap.
No, it was Papa Roach, wasn't
Who
it, Kay?
doesn't love that rap? No, that was for Donkey Kong Country. I would
Did you listen
to
to a new metal band for over DK64?
No, I was listening to DK64 raw, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, there's other games before it. Like, I mean, played Maximum Carnage obsessively. I played Road Rash obsessively, but like, it was Donkey Kong 64 and Star Fox 64 that I was just like constantly playing more and more and more and just beating it over and over again. So, yeah, that's probably the first instance that hooked me into video games and made me go, this is more than just like a hobby. I'm really passionate about this.
Excellent. So you said you played Star Fox 64 over and over as well, right? Repeatedly. Is that what I heard right?
Yes. Yeah. Star Fox 64. I used to love playing the routes.
How'd you feel about Star Fox Adventures on a GameCube?
Well, she makes me call her General Scales.
Oh my God, no. I really like Star Fox Adventures actually, but I'm into Zelda type games, so for me it wasn't like as jarring as it was for some other people that felt very thrown off by it. So I do like the game. I haven't played it in a very long time, like fully through. I played it when it first came out, and I had a good time with it, and that was kind of before the internet had a super strong opinion on it as well. So I wasn't affected by everyone being super angry about it either. I was just kind of in my own zone. I was like, oh, cool, new Star Fox game, and I had a good time with it. But I've always gone back to 64 as like the best Star Fox game.
How do you feel about Crystal?
I don't mind Crystal at all, actually. I mean, Crystal is kind of a fun character, so I had no problem with her. I know some people would maybe call her a damsel in distress or whatever, but I thought she fit in very well with the game. So I had no problems with her. My favorite female character in Star Fox would be Kat, though, from 64. So yeah, I don't know. I never had a super strong opinion on Star Fox Adventures. It was just during my period of gaming where I was like, yeah, I'll just play whatever the new Nintendo releases. And I usually enjoyed them.
Awesome. So I'm gonna ask, where's it at? I just lost my paper. Yeah,
no.
I usually
this is all
write
official.
everything down on paper. I'm that way because I'm blind as a bat.
I love it.
I'll jump on this one. Did y'all meet with each other? Did y'all meet each other before y'all were streaming or after streaming?
A little bit before, just briefly before we started the channel. We met when we were let's see, Melee Games has been going on 3 years now, and we met when we were 4 years old, I think. Kay, does that sound right? About 4
or 5 years old, yeah.
I don't know why it's question on here, but I wrote it in there anyway. So like, I'll just write it in. It's something I always ask.
No, I love
it.
You
know, you'd be surprised about people ask. But what made y'all decide to say, you know what, we're gonna stream games? Was it y'all saw Mr. Beast and he was on his millions? Was it Markiplier and his humor? Was it you just woke up one day and said, you know, it'd be a great idea? I'm going to stream games. And James would be like, yeah, I'm going to stream as well to make sure you don't have an OnlyFans because that's going to be a bad idea.
I'm getting the OnlyFans.
Was it James was saying, I want to stream games to be like Mr. Beast? And Mealy K being like, oh, no, you don't. I'm going to be right there to make sure you don't embarrass them. Like, what?
Do you know who Mr. Beast is, James?
Yeah, he's the weird demon guy, right? He's like the Antichrist or something. That's all I know. He's making kids like his slaves. I know Markiplier. I wanted to start streaming because I wanted to have a bite of 87 moment like Markiplier had.
Oh my god!
And now Markiplier is like getting to direct the movie and I think star in the movie of one of my favorite indie games in recent years, Iron Lung. And I'm like, okay, I want to do that now. Okay, you can explain.
You want me to answer this question?
Yeah,
okay,
you do the real answer because I'm not going to stop shit posting. Go ahead.
Okay, well, Melee Games kind of started as well. I mean, so James and I have known each other our whole lives, to answer the previous question. But yeah, we've known each other for a very long time. We've always both really loved video games. We always like go on autistic rants about video games together. And so it just felt like a natural progression. We've always been people that are like very much on the internet and very much into shit posting and everything as well. And so we kind of saw like the inception of all of this when video game streaming and everything kind of became a thing. But if we weren't streaming, we would be doing this in our free time regardless. We would be playing video games together. We'd be, yelling at each other over mechanics and games. Like that's just always kind of been us. That's always been our conversations. And guess what? When we're not on the channel, we still are doing it anyways. It's a 24/7 living, breathing thing that we do is we discuss video games. So it just kind of came as a natural progression. I think James is highly entertaining personally. I'm biased because of course I'm with him, but I was like, you need to be in front of a camera. You're hilarious. And it makes sense. So we created Melee Games essentially as it makes sense to, because we already live and breathe all of this, and why not turn on a camera and play those games and kind of like create a culture where people can have that free speech and hang out and not worry about what they're saying constantly, because a lot of communities kind of try to stifle that, whereas we go, say whatever you want, we're just here to play games and have fun with you guys. So that was kind of the reason. I don't think there was like a specific creator that we're like, oh, this person can do it, so can we. It was more, we already do all of this, all we need to do is add a little technical behind it, and then we can meet more people, we can learn about even more games from those people, and we can share what we know about games with those people and just have a good time and create an environment where everyone just can celebrate video games and also scream about them.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's we actually don't like look at a lot of like what's new and trending, because like similar to you guys, it's more about what's missing, and the things that we like are more in the past and everything. And it's just like, oh, this is like video game coverage used to be fun, it used to be exciting, it used to be entertaining, and now it's just become like a fucking mess. So it's definitely not Mr. Beast. I barely know who that is. I think I think I've had his like burger one time or something, and it was gross. And Markiplier. It's I only watched his Five Nights at Freddy's content because I'm too scared to play the game myself. So let's go play it for me, Markiplier. Apart from that, I've never seen any of his stuff apart from his Freddy's content there. But yeah, no, it's been a crazy ride. I had no idea where it was going to go, and we have the best people in the world watching us, and they're super creative, super funny. I go live and they're making me laugh instead of the other way around. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I love doing it. I love being my insane delusional self for everybody on the internet while I be shit at video games.
Yeah, one thing I'll say is I enjoyed watching your content. Like most of the time I've been watching y'all's content on replay. It's very rare I get to catch y'all live. But I remember most of our interactions was on X, and y'all had some very based and wild takes on X.
Sounds like us.
Yeah. I thought I saved them and I didn't. But I will. I'm gonna catch. Are you able to cover for a second? Hold on, son.
Well, I can talk about our Twitters there, because Kay and I have both gone on. The way we operate on social media is Kay has her own personal, and then I kind of operate like the front facing Twitter, and we pay for the Twitter Blue or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess what I'll do is, my logic behind it was,
I'm gonna let y'all continue on the conversation.
Oh yeah, no, please go on. That's why I'm just do your thing, man. I can talk for several days until people hate me. So the way I handle our Twitter, which has been sounds good, man. It is I thought it would be logical because we've been online forever. Like I said, I was on the dial-up days and everything.
Oh yeah, I remember when Twitter was first created and everything too. So it's like we kind of witnessed all of it.
So I was like, okay, I will do video game content as our tweets, and I will do video game stuff. Everything related to video games as our tweets, but our replies I will just do things that I think will like kind of get us more traction, more attention. I'll give my real genuine takes, but they may be not video game related. But Twitter has changed in how it works and everything, because like back in the day, if you wanted to see somebody's replies, you would have to go to their profile, click replies, and then like you'd want to have to see everything they're saying. But now it pushes people's replies even to the main feed, and I learned that the hard way, because like I was just going off the wall saying like heinous shit to people, and it was doing well because it was getting like hundreds of thousands of views, but it was not at all video game related, just me bullying random women online. Which is funny. So now we also made it part of our brand, because that's something Kay loves to do, just front facing, is bully women, which Kay, you were bullying women recently, I think.
Bullying women today.
Yeah, about I think Laura Croft and everything, which I know is going to be a topic coming up as well.
Yeah,
is the Laura Croft controversy, and you have a lot of takes on that. So now we just accept that we bully women here at Melee Games, and also Melee K may or may not be a woman. And that's part of the lore too. On top of
yeah,
being
a lot of
scaly.
people like to say that I'm a Fuda, so there's that.
Yes. Say it. I thought we
Hi,
confirmed
Sona.
it.
Oh my god. No, I Twitter to me is just like the platform where you shit post and have fun. It's very much transformed over time into everyone being super serious, but I remember when Twitter first started, it was just like celebrities randomly saying whatever was on their mind, normal people doing the same thing. And then as time came on, I think all these businesses realized that they could like monetize off of this, and it actually was significant, and it just grew and grew and grew, and it turned from shit posting to like everyone takes everything said on Twitter as gospel, as if it's people's like personal journals or something. And I've just never seen it that way. I like, yeah, I do say what's on my mind, but like at the end of the day, like I like to be funny on it, and I like to just shit post and laugh at things. So people definitely get very upset, and they will not talk to you anymore because of something they read you like say on Twitter, and you're like, I wasn't even talking to you, it has nothing to do with you or anything, but they'll just casually observe it and be like, I hate you now, you're awful because you think this thing. And it's like, okay,
there is a lot of people that hate us because they took our Twitter shit posting as gospel, and they think it's absolute, and it's just like, no, I don't care. I just tweeted something because I thought it was funny, and you're taking it dead fucking serious, and now you hate me and are putting fatwas on my head and everything. It's absolutely fucking wild. So we've gained a lot of traction on Twitter, but it's been a blessing and a curse because people just can't read between the lines anymore and figure out what is humor and not. And that's why I just, like, when I'm live, I remind everybody, it's like, I am never serious, and I constantly shit post. And we've had problems before where I cannot play video games, especially online, if they're like serious, emotional, sad games. Yeah. And there'll be people that'll be like, play this game, and I'll be like, okay, and then I'll be like laughing at it and like joking about it, and they're like, how dare you? This game means a lot to me. It's a sentimental game. And it's like, then why would you tell me to play it? Like, what? You think I'm gonna cry at your game on a live stream that means the world to you? No. So I mean,
Not everyone does.
Yeah, so for me, video games are like fun, engaging entertainment, and I'm not gonna be caught crying and getting emotional at them online. And a lot of people even take that personally, which is very funny.
They expect you to take it exactly seriously the same way that they take the game, and you have to have the same like talking points as the people, or else they get upset at that. It just baffles me because I feel like there's this culture of like everyone has to think the same about video games nowadays, and it can't just be like a personal entertainment decision. I'm allowed to like a game or dislike a game for any reason I want, because ultimately it's my decision if I want to pay for and buy that game and play it. So people tend to get very like wrapped up in like, yeah, but you think this thing, and how dare you, and you're just saying that because these other people are saying. It's like, no, I have my opinion on games regardless. There's games that I love, there's games that I hate. Don't
I am
so
more emotionally connected to a cat eating while watching Doom than I am any game. This is the best gaming content right there. Like I genuinely, I don't care. Oh my
god, that's incredible.
I will never fucking cry to Expedition 33, but I'm getting a little teary-eyed watching this. This is beautiful.
Hang on. We'll zoom and enhance 64 by 48. There you go.
Oh my god.
This is peak content right here. I love it. Also, how's it going, Dash Attack? You're here for the best part of the stream. Look at it. Oh my god, I love this. You could, Karrus, you could make millions if this was just the whole stream. Like, dead silence is the cat watching various games while eating his dinner.
That is
100%.
1,000 views right there.
Yeah.
I should be getting a lot more views and likes just for that alone.
Oh god, there she goes. This is amazing. I genuinely love this.
The age of the old school YouTube was nothing but cat videos.
You just clickbait people and say cat walks off during Doom.
Oh no, I'm planning on making that a YouTube short clip. I'm too horrible at making YouTube shorts. I need to start doing that. But speaking of cats, welcome Dash Attack. Hello, Dash. For those who don't know, Dash was with his family building his testosterone, cutting down a Christmas tree. But I have to wonder, from a family of cats, did anyone get stuck in the tree?
No, we picked it up, we decorated the tree, we had dinner. And
Nice.
Also, I had a couple of beers.
Based.
Perfect.
Yep,
I love
that's
it.
always good. But going back to the conversation we were having, Mealy K brought up a perfectly part when I walked back in because I had to go deal with my son. Apparently, that's another cat story. My son let the dog out so she could use the bathroom, and my neighbor feeds all the feral cats in the neighborhood, which by state law we can't do nothing about. So we have to let them do it. So you can tell that one of or not state law, city law. But one of the city council people is probably a crazy cat lady that passed that law. But anyways, the dog ran out and started chasing the cats. And we have a really big backyard and it's dark outside. So he told me about it. He kept coming back because he's trying to call her and she's not coming. So I had to go find her. That's why I was like, okay, I got to step out for a bit. When the dog saw me come out, she's like, oh, I'm in trouble. Because if I come out and I walk off the porch into the grass, she knows I'm not happy. So I'm like, come here. But two cats up in a tree.
Oh no.
Get over here.
But
there you go.
So back to the question. What would you say is your most controversial take? Like your guilty pleasure game? Everyone else says this game sucks, but you're like, I don't care. I will die until this is the best game since God made Earth or whatever.
Oh, that's
okay. Well, I have one. I think this is a game that like I love, but other people like despise pretty much. Final Fantasy X-2. I love it. I don't even care. I love that game. I know it ruins the story of Final Fantasy X, and I totally like see how it like girl bosses a bit and everything. But it's just so like early 2000s Britney Spears energy. And there's something about that I love. And I love the dress spheres. I love the combat feel of it. And just everything about that game. I just find it so fun. So I know it's a black sheep of the series. I know that it destroys what Final Fantasy is built, but there's something so fun about it.
I feel the same exact way about Final Fantasy 13 too. Like, I think it's a lot better than 13. Yes, it had a completely different tone, but I really like the monster catching thing and has a really good soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtracks are so good. Like 10-2, I'm like, I could listen to this on repeat forever, even though like Final Fantasy X, I think, has one of the best soundtracks. And you hear like Tizen Arkand and you like instantly want to just bawl your eyes out when you know the story of that game. You're just like, this is so emotional. But then 10-2 comes on and it's all like just like super upbeat and fun. And there's a concert right away. I'm like, I'm so in it. It's just it's a totally different energy compared to like how I enjoy my other gaming. It's very girly in comparison. It's my one little guilty pleasure that I'm like, I don't care. I like this. Let me be a girl for a day. Yeah. So that would be my answer.
It's funny, all the sequel Final Fantasy games like having different tones than their previous game.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of like that sometimes, like even when you get into like the remakes of Final Fantasy VII. I know a lot of people are like upset with the direction. I actually liked the first remake of Final Fantasy VII. The second one, I'm like, it's a slog. I'm having trouble getting through it because it's just way too much.
Yeah, the second one, like really, like the problem is it's just too much bloat.
Yes, exactly. It's extremely bloated, and I just can't commit myself to it. But the first remake I actually really liked, and it actually sold me on buying a PS5 because I'm like, okay, the second one's going to be on the PS5, so I need to get it. And then, of course, got the PS5, got the second game, and I was like, oh, it's just there's too much bloat. I can't deal with this. I hate Chadley talking at me every 5 minutes.
Worse. Like, hey, Cloud, have you done this thing? You know, I'll feel really bad if you don't do this thing. Please scan these crystals, Cloud.
It's so annoying. I hate it. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of do like when Final Fantasy does spin-offs, but remake or whatever you want to call it, it's too much.
Direct sequels, spin-offs. Yeah.
James, what's your answer?
Well, all games. I think I probably have like the worst takes imaginable in gaming, and I'm known for that. But let's see. If I had to think of one, probably, and Kay, correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I have a worse take than this, but I fucking love Duke Nukem Forever. I love that game so much.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And I love that game. I've played it through several times. I think it's wonderful. And I even have made people mad because I've said, not only do I love this game, but I think it's the best Duke Nukem game because it's so interactable. There's so much you can do in it. It's so hilarious. It's like one of the last like really based games we ever got. The game opens with twins blowing you while you play the game.
Yep.
There's a level where after you have a really tough boss fight, you wake up in a strip club and a stripper is just like, find me some popcorn, a condom, and a vibrator. Let's have fun. And the strip club just is full of interactable shit. Instead of having health bar, you have ego because Duke can't die unless his ego dies. And throughout the game, just finding interactables increases your ego. And in the strip club level, if you go to the glory hole, that's the biggest boost to your ego. And the game's just great. And the multiplayer, even the multiplayer was great because instead of capture the flag, it was capture the babe. So you would grab a woman and throw her over your shoulder.
That.
So good. And like she would wave her hand in front of your face to try to like stop you from carrying her over to the other base, and you would spank her to calm her down. And instead of because this was when Call of Duty was big, and I hated how at this era when you played Call of Duty online, the more you played, you would get perks that would just make you play better. And I'm like, that's bullshit and unbalanced. What Duke did is as you played, you would just pimp out your mansion, and every 10 levels, you'd get a new babe in your mansion that was based on a racial minority. So you would get like a foxy black woman. There was like a Asian, like kind of geisha girl or whatever. And it had a French girl. And you would they would be all these like sexy stereotypes in your mansion. And I fucking love the game. It's so good. It's not perfect. The boss fights are kind of broken and you have to cheese them. But I defend that game. It sucks on console, but if you've played it on PC, it is so fucking good. And I feel like it's probably the most overhated game ever because so fun and so hilariously wonderful and based and sexy. So that's probably my number one pick. But there's many more. I love everything that's terrible. I live in trash. That's my life.
Well,
that game really did.
If you're wondering,
like the littlest.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, mine's gonna be a little longer than 3 minutes. So
okay. The littlest things that you could do in that game, like you go and pee in a urinal, and you're just like, there's your ego.
Yes.
Like you didn't need to do that, and John St. John he has lines for everything. They just let him go balls to the wall with that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were actually going to make the ego shrink as well, but they thought that was too cruel. Like, because in that game, you can literally interact with anything. And it puts modern games like that were released this year to shame. Because you can like pick up like literal shit and throw it at people and they interact with it. But they were going to make it so like if you picked up shit, it's like, what's wrong with you? And your ego would decrease. So you could make it so the game's really hard if you're just like retarded the whole time. And like
there's even an achievement if you beat one of the baddies with a piece of shit.
Oh my god. I spent so much time on that opening boss like drawing on the whiteboard being like, all right guys, here's how we're gonna do it, and I just draw the most detailed dick ever.
I've done that too. I actually streamed Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh hell yeah.
But if you're wondering why I hadn't kicked you out for that controversial take, you're in for a little treat.
Ooh, I'm in.
I tried to censor Duke Nukem for Collective Shout.
This didn't go well.
Warning. Lavistro and Lavistro Plays, a US-based channel, would like to inform you in compliance with our unelected overlords that the following game Duke Nukem Forever is or may potentially violate YouTube community guidelines, harmful or dangerous content policy, hate speech policy, nudity and sexual content policy, and vulgar language policy. Rumble's terms and conditions of use and agency agreement. Rumble content policies. 5. Content or material that is pornographic, obscene, or of an adult or sexual nature. And 6. Content or material that is grossly offensive to the online community, including, but not limited to, racism, anti-Semitism, and hatred. In addition to the fact the game may eventually violate Steamworks documentation.
This is before they started doing the purge.
Onboarding rules and guidelines. What you shouldn't publish on Steam. Number 15. Content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks or internet
I made this the day that
providers.
policy came out.
In particular, certain kinds of adult-only content. Should our payment processor overlords like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and their overseers, the Australian Council of Karrus, Collective Shout, and their tribal politician counterparts worldwide, should eventually deem Duke Nukem offensive for it, and I shall check my notes here. Symbol of toxic masculinity, sexist misogyny,
They actually
tobacco
said this
use,
in the past few years.
gratuitous violence, nudity pro-nuclear stance, Americanism propaganda, among other things, to be too problematic and labeled as a porn game in violation of their feels and arbitrary morals, because they don't like the content, thus violates their rules and standards, and demands the game to be removed. To which, at this point, under the current TOS of YouTube, it has been 6 seconds. Lavistro would like to say, fuck
Meaning
that.
I can't swear up in
Let
6
the
seconds.
masculinity begin. Hail to the king, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
Here's all the
good.
censorship.
I remember marking out when this cutscene came out. Think I'd be gone forever? I was so in.
Yep. I'm gonna mute it because it will do the copyright thing.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the game you're talking
Incredible
about, Eli.
splash screen. I love this.
I know. Hey, you've never played Duke Nukem Forever. I defend this game until the day I fucking die. It's great. It will never.
It's on
live
my
up to-
backlog. It's definitely a game I've been interested in for a long time.
It will never live up to the expectations. That was the only problem. And here's the thing, with this game, it is the problem is it was developed since the 90s, but this version of Duke Nukem Forever, if you compare it to a game that came out in say 2004 instead of when it did come out, which I think was like 2012, people are like, oh yeah, this is people were comparing it to Half-Life, and it's like, you mean the game that people consider the best game ever made because it plays like a shooter from the early 2000s. That's what it feels and looks and plays like. They literally have Valve style puzzles in the game, and they make jokes about the fact that there is Valve style puzzles in the game because that's when the game was developed.
You know, I kind of regret like taking back when Angry Joe reviewed this game and him taking offense of Duke cracking a joke to the tentacle scene. I kind of like regret taking that as serious criticism just because now like you can't do anything even like less offensive than that.
No, this game really kind of was like the last really vulgar, offensive, racist, sexist game, and we loved it for it. It's so fucking good, man.
But here's the part I think you're gonna like right here.
Okay, let's go. Brown versus
is that last part of the whole thing. The whole reason why the whole did this thing is that he said games are art under free speech. You can't censor them. So that's why I put that. That's the only reason why I did all that.
That was great. I love the commitment.
No, I'll actually say in the game you'll find 3 characters. Like in the beginning, you'll see the Master Chief armor, and it'll like, "Here's your armor, Mr. Duke." It's like, no,
I don't need power armor.
So
good. Power armor for a certain group. I don't know if you can say the word, but there's that, and then there's Isaac. That's one Dead Space Marine, and then there's I forget the third one. There's 3 major games that were out during the same time. They make fun of as Easter eggs. And
I know they make fun of Half-Life for sure. I feel like they do even more. But they had all kinds of in the windows and campy things in there, and just Easter eggs. And the thing is, like, people don't realize the game developers back then, some of them would move interchangeably, but they did back in the early days. They never really saw themselves as like hostile contenders. They were competitors, kind of like how we are. We all compete for viewers' times, right? But we all correlate, we all collab, we all support each other, right? So, like for example, Skyrim, there's a scene where you can find Ice Age in it. You'll see the woolly mammoth with the spears in it, and you also see the what looks to be the sloth. They chose one of their own thing. I can't remember what it was, and you also see a saber tiger, all in ice.
They did the same thing in Fallout 3, where you can find Indiana Jones inside the fridge.
Mm-hmm. And then in one of the bandit camps that's above Whiterun, in a hole where there's spikes, you'll see a high elf and a horse. Now, if you look closely, the high elf is dressed to look like Link from Legend of Zelda, and a horse is definitely Epona from Legend of Zelda.
That's right. I love little Easter eggs and parodies like that in video games. They still sometimes happen. Like I think the Oblivion remake added Anakin like in one of the Oblivion portals, and you can see it's like somebody is like burnt coming out of the lava, posed just like Anakin.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So it still sometimes happens, but it becomes rarer and rarer for sure. And it's so good. It adds a little extra charm to the game.
Yeah, and I love that. It's when it can have fun. Like for example, another fun thing is Age of Empires or Age of Empire. Was it? I think I'm going to say it was Age of Empires 1. The art team wanted to make license plates for the catapults, and the exec says, "No, you can't do that." They still did it anyway. So every time it moved, the catapults move, you see the license plates pop up as they're moving.
Nice. Yeah,
and they even added in Age of Empires 2 a hot rod that just like is like the catapult on crack. It just zooms. You hear the car engine, everything. It zooms in there, and it just the trunk opens up and it just slings rocks out of the trunk. So you have to use a cheat code to get it out to unlock it, like a command group name, but or so like I can't remember the exact code. But when I learned that, I just started thinking, you know what? I'll just make thousands of villagers, and I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to make 20 hot rods, and just watch them just go over the map. And I was done. I finished each campaign in about 5 minutes.
Holy shit! Yeah, this is kind of the stuff I miss about gaming is like this sort of thing. And back in the day, my favorite publisher was Midway, because Midway would always fill their games with like all their games had like silly little Easter eggs, crazy shit. They'd have little crossovers, and it was fucking wonderful. Like I like the best sports games ever. Like, oh yeah, my favorite sports game is MLB Slugfest because I can do Team Sub-Zero against Team Scorpion, and it's just ridiculous. And they're fighting each other on the field. It's those are the best days. Oh my god, it's been so long since I played the OG Oblivion. I love that remake though. I wish they would have fixed some of the bugs, because I've been playing it way too much, and I've encountered all the terrible like 200+ hour bugs. Like I
had to finish Oblivion remastered offline, because when I was streaming it, I would get 5 FPS in an open world. I kid you not.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, the performance is dog shit.
Modern AAA gaming, man. I tried playing
What
it.
game
on,
is this?
The
Oblivion Remastered.
Oh yeah, bad performance.
Oh yeah,
yeah, very bad.
It's got all the bugs from before and even some like new ones introduced.
It's just the issue. I assume it's Unreal Engine 5. I think that's probably why. But
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's why it's the fucking worst.
If you like, I'm not gonna pull it up, but if you're ever curious, I covered Randy Pitchforks telling people why don't they make their own game engine. And in it, because I was a game designer, right? I was a freelance game designer. I knew the issue before, he said this. I actually gave it to Horror Armada back in the day when Unreal Engine 5 first came out for the game devs. Mm-hmm. I gave it to Yellow Flash. This was before I was streaming, long before I was streaming. Because I didn't really want to be in all that thing. I was literally in the lion's den. So the moment I come out as I'm not woke, I don't really care. I'm an old school gamer. I'm the one that you'll call sexist, misogynist, everything else. I'm going to keep my identity to myself. Mm-hmm. Right. So I gave all of them this stuff. But in Unreal Engine 5, what they did was there's 40 years of coding that has been established for 40 years that don't mean what they were trying to make it mean. But they said we're changing our things, but from now on, if you're making games, don't say blacklist, whitelist, don't say master slave, don't say this or that, don't use gendered language. And they changed their coding language because of that. So right as soon as 5.0 came out, there were articles that said Unreal Engine has performance issues. We need to talk about it. Unreal Engine has performance. Now, granted, there are some games where they actually made really good and performance worthy. I think Expedition 33 was one that people were praising as good with performance. But Unreal Engine 5 has had a history. There are people making patches, because what it does is it'll load in all the files, even the ones you're not using or needing, into the game as it's loading. So Unreal Engine 5 is just shit.
Yeah, no, it's super rough, man. And it's kind of reverted me into, I love PC gaming. I love Steam. Steam's where I mainly play games, but I do a lot of times get games on console instead now, because it's like I don't want to have to deal with the hassle of like this is going to run like shit and it's going to be terrible to stream it. So it's like I'd rather just stream it on console where I know it works and it performs as it should, because that's what they're developing for at the end of the day is console. And then, you know, my PC isn't going to have to handle the game as well. I can just stream it off the console directly. So, I mean, that's part of the reason that I'm also excited for the Steam machine. And I mean, that's been a whole controversy and everything, like people being for or against it, but we're very, very for it. And it's just, I think it's going to be, I think it has a high chance, if the price is right, to really kind of crash the industry in a good way and get people optimizing their games again, especially for PC gaming. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, Karrus told me he's got to pop out, so we're going to let him do his part of the ending, because we usually do our games we find interesting towards the end, but since he's leaving, did you find your recommended game, Karrus?
Oh, damn, you're going to throw that on me. Yes. Let me pull my Steam up. I didn't actually open it up yet.
Just recommend Doom. It's the best game ever. It's behind you. There you go.
Oh, no, there's rules.
Damn it, yeah, that one don't qualify.
But it's better than anything.
It has to be no older than 10 years, unless the launch date is no older than 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a game that I find interesting, and I hear interesting is a very vague term here. It's something that piques our interest, even though we might not buy it. Like, but I looked at this because I was like, "What the fuck?" I have one today for that.
Uh-oh.
It apparently did not get banned off Steam.
What game?
Oh, we'll find out.
Okay, I'm excited. I wanted that horse game that got banned off Steam. Damn it! Now I think it's still on GOG.
You mean the one that just won? That messed up horse game about the cult. I guess.
Yeah, the other horse game, not the horse racing game. The horses.
The horse racing game. Yeah, that horse game was weird. We covered it for a little bit. That was like weird.
That's my kind of shit. I love the weird shit. I live for that. I fucking loved mouthwashing. I'm an Andy and Lele respecter, so I love the fucked up shit.
Nice.
Hell yeah. So give me fucked up weird abstract games. And so good. It's still on GOG. Based GOG coming in clutch.
Well,
and yeah,
we're not doing it right now, Dean. We're just letting Karrus do his part because he's got.
That's not even the game I was gonna shill. It's just I wanted to shout out the fact that GOG is cool and hosting games that Steam even denies. Well, there we go.
That was awesome. Even though, okay, so we got Karrus's thing here. All right, Karrus. Well, I guess I gotta do this. Do it this way. Do that way.
So
tell us why this is
interesting. This is very. I'm not going to play the music because there is music. I find this interesting because this reminds me of a lot of like the SNES games, like what is it, Choplifter 3? I think it was called like Critical Strike.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah.
A lot of those like 90s era, and this game actually just came out. And looking at this, like. This is just like a simple, you just fly a helicopter and you run around and blow shit up. And
I could play this to the tune of Airwolf.
Airwolf vibes, definitely. There was another trailer that like, let's see here.
I totally love that this genre is coming back, by the way. Like this, there's a name for this. Like the weird, it's a helicopter where it's got like a side view, like not totally top down. There's a name for this genre, and I've seen it come back. Megacopter is another game in this genre, and it was dead for years, and now I'm seeing this style of helicopter gameplay come back. I mean,
it's like vehicular or something like that, or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah. There's a certain name for it. I'll find it.
But yeah, this is early access now, $15. You can get it. And I recommend it. I've had my eye on this for a while. I first found it because James, you mentioned that you spent a lot of time promoting on Twitter. I peruse Twitter looking for indie developers. I specifically seek them out, and I found this developer on Twitter, and they're like, "Hey, Cleared Hot is coming out in a few days." I'm like, "Oh, really? What's this?" I've done videos on developers that I have found on Twitter, and I think Twitter is fantastic. I think devs need to promote themselves a little more in other places, but for whatever reason they don't want to. They're afraid to. You know, developers are very like sensitive about their stuff. But like this game, I saw this was like Critical Strike, Choplifter 3, sold. You got my attention. So that's my recommendation for interesting games that like Lavistro said, like we may promote it, we may not buy it. I'm gonna buy this one. Yeah. I haven't gotten to it yet, but yeah, I'm gonna buy this one. I am a fan of this kind of gameplay.
All right, Karrus, tell everyone where they're going to find you and all that lovely stuff before you head out.
Yep, you can find me. I modified my name a little. It's Karrus Gaming now because Karrus Game kind of my brain suddenly clicked and said it doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well. But I have a couple things in the pipeline. One of them is my very final Battlefield 2042. I defend that game much like the way that James defends Duke Nukem Forever. I have enjoyed that game since the third week it came out. I've been playing it for years. I have streams that go back. People say that 2042 is garbage. I beg to differ because my bar is set so low for Battlefield these days. I come from 1942 era, so I like that game. I'm finally going to actually get to the final stream of that. I have to finish. I'm not going to stream it, but I have to finish Jedi Survivor because Lavistro is going to test me on it apparently in the new year. So I need to do my homework and find out what I'm missing on that. So I've got that I might stream. Who knows if the game actually runs properly, which the previous times it didn't.
I mean, you could do the honest and hard work way of streaming it and playing it, or you could just watch my stream and figure out what it is that set me off.
Yeah, but where Artism says no, I need to figure this out. But yep, that's what I got going on. I also probably will do. I'm into Farming Simulator now. I have my own server, and Skytex and Scaly, my mods, and we spend like days in game just farming. So if you want to have a nice cozy time with that, come watch us mow giant yards. So
awesome.
Is it something Sarah the Sumerian would enjoy doing?
Is it something?
Yeah.
There's expensive equipment. Them Lamborghini tractors, they look damn good. Like the details of them, you'd swear they just pulled the CAD file right off the developer hard drives.
It's very impressive.
Really, yeah, and if you want to see some absolute like offensive material, watch it when Lavistro's on the server as well.
I was inspired by a poo from The Simpsons, and I made a character called a Jew.
Yep. And then it got even more hilarious. I was not streaming, but one of my mods, Skytex, was. And he got surprised by that.
Yeah, because I said, is anyone streaming? Because like I don't want to like bomb anyone's stream. But when I do stuff off stream, I let off steam. And the thing is I had this mentality of the demoralization will continue until morale improves. So the more you say, oh, that's sexist and racist, the more I will do it until you stop talking about it. And
bully him into submission.
Yeah, that's just my mentality. But yeah, I was going all crazy stuff. And then I'm on kick after all this crazy stuff was going on. So I was like, wait, now you're telling me you're streaming after I was like, if you get your stream shut down, that's not on me. I did ask. I was telling Karrus, like, Karrus, I did ask. I was so mad.
Yeah. But see, that's the other thing is I won't take up too much time. That's the thing is Skytex is one of those people like I trust him very well, and I learned a lot about him. He's one of those people that has been banned from almost everything. So if he is not banned from Kick, it must be a pretty damn good place to go. Like, is it SkyTech safe? Okay, we're good. That kind of thing.
I will convince SkyTech to go on Odyssey as a test drive. He lasts that one. I'm like, yeah, it's free speech. Because Odyssey has very, very limited terms and conditions. It's not that big. So we'll see about that.
Well, that's me. Yeah, thanks for letting me join. Nice to meet you, James and Kay.
It was awesome to meet you, man. And of course, any cat that respects Doom is a friend of mine. So I loved it. That was the highlight of the whole show there for me. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Philip. I just saw it now. But there's Karrus's the info, and it's also in the description as well. Karrus, as soon as you get a chance, because you said you changed your stuff around, give me that info in the DragonCast DMs with your game, so I can put that in the descriptions after the show.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. Don't put it in here because I'm gonna forget all about it, and then apparently it just deletes the private chat. So.
All right. But yep. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the show, and I'll talk to you all later.
All
right.
Bye, Karrus. Nice meeting you.
I think we covered all the questions I had, and we went railroading too. Because usually we try to keep this within an hour, and we did an hour and a half. Because
I do that. That's on me.
It happens. I think I did tell y'all we try to shoot for 3 hours, and it tends to go to 4 hours. And now we just it's a 4-hour show now. We just it's a 4-hour show now. We could never keep it we've tried for DragonCast isn't even a year old. It's almost a year old. We started this when Goonergate happened.
Yeah.
And
no, continue.
You're coming in very low for me, Dash. You gotta remember, I am deaf in one ear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I'll speak up.
Just keep yelling at him. He'll hear it eventually.
Eventually.
There you go.
The 30th of October of last year, I'll probably pick it up. But anyways, we try to cover different questions that I found people wanted to know about streamers, and to just get as a generalization, but also to kind of say these are people. My viewers are the type that are. I think yours is very similar. My viewers are the type that are tired of the culture war. They're tired of the politics and people mentioning, this is the woke left or the alt right, and they come here and we might cover the culture war a little, but we mostly mock the culture war. We mostly mock all that stuff, and we're going back to or try to rebuild how games are. That's why we say reclaim gaming and stuff like that. And most people that come on here are usually people who I'm like, these are gamers. They're not using games as a platform for their politics. They're using games they're using a platform as a passion for their game. So it's reversed. But that being said, one of the things that we do differently here is usually most streamers we all know, it's like, okay, Mealy K, Mealy James, tell everyone where you're at and where you're, where they can find you, and go. And then, oh, that's nice. And they continue on with your stuff. Here, we give y'all up to 15 minutes. And the reason we do that isn't because I'm that generous. No, I'm not generous with my time. It's not because I want to be different from everyone else. No, because otherwise, Dash Attack would be here, and I just told us he had just kicked him off. And it would be because VetGamerBoceifus would be here. You have 15 minutes because you hijacked my stream. I already know that, and my time is limited to shield your shit. And when you're done, you release it so I can finally come back.
What? Oh, he just left?
Okay, hi.
This is our show now. Hi, everybody. I guess, we just claimed the show with no survivors. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is now Melee Game Show. And now we're going to turn it into the Bully K show. So
oh my god.
So everybody, if you're watching in chat over there, I don't know how many of you are in chat, but I want you all to bully Melee K, because that's the gift that keeps on giving this Christmas.
God damn it.
Is bullying Okay. And I think I don't know. Everyone else fucking left. Okay, how do you feel about that? Do you want to
I
get
feel like
bullied?
that's the ultimate bullying. Is everyone just being like, "I'm getting out
Nobody
of
even
here.
wants to
See
be
ya.
around
Screw
you.
them."
That's it. So
That's exactly what happened.
I think we have to shill. We play games, I think, and I say offensive things. Let's get Kirby in on this, says Rigamorpheus. Well, I don't have Kirby.
Boil! There you
But
go. Kirby's here.
I do have something Kay hates. I do have something Kay hates.
What do you have that I hate?
It's me!
No! This
That's right!
fucker!
That's right, it's me! Hey! You think they could kick me off?
Oh
I don't
my
think.
God.
Oh, God! I don't think so, Kay! You are talking shit! You want to nuke us? We're gonna nuke you!
Now I'm gonna nuke you. I'm gonna nuke all banana kind.
How many people are in India?
A lot. We're taking over the world.
Well, at the end of the day, there's gonna be one less when I'm done with you. That's right.
We're like the peons of the world. You just send us as meat shields into war, and we'll
you're
take
gonna
you
be
over by
Operation
sheer numbers.
Shield K, because I'm gonna create a war just so I can get you in it. How do you think about that?
Well, the Indians will beat the bananas. That's for sure.
What do you mean they're gonna beat the banana? I thought all they do is beat off their bananas.
Oh God, no!
That's all I know about your people, Kay.
God,
They love to jerk off. They love to do this. They go. Geek. That's what they do. That's what I think. Right?
No, no.
Kay, why don't you love me?
Because you're a banana.
Well, you know what? We could have had something, Kay. We could have had something. But instead, you have to be a proud bitch. I'm coming for you.
At least I'm not a moldy ass banana. My God.
Get out of here. Oh my.
You know what's
God.
worse than a brown person? A banana that turns brown.
I don't know. Don't make me bring him back here. Don't make me. That's a banana, everybody. There you go. So that's Melee Games. We have fun and we do things like that over there, and we play games and we bully Kay. And if you want, hey, we're gonna be talking about the Game Awards at some point on this show. Guess what you can do? You can watch yet another award show, because we have the Melee Game Awards coming up Friday, December 19th. And so, hey, do you like video games getting awards? Do you want Expedition 33 not to win every fucking category nonstop? Well, it's only nominated for one of our categories, and that is Game of the Year. So come on down and watch the Melee Game Awards Friday, December 19th. And you get to see an award show.
It's going to be a fun time. The way to qualify games for our award show is a little bit different. It's solely based on games that we've played on the channel this year. So it's things that we've experienced together as a community. So you'll find games that are like 20 years old going against games that came out like a couple weeks ago, which is great. And that's what I love about our award show. It's just, as long as that game has been launched physically on our channel during a stream, it is eligible. And James and I lock ourselves in a room. We yell at each other for like 10 hours, no joke. And we go, no, this game deserves to be in this category. No, your game sucks shit. And we select 4 games per category. There's over 30 categories this year. And then once that's all said and done, our community votes on those games on who gets to win. And James and I get equal vote in it. So we don't like get to have these different weighted percentages like these other award shows. I get 1 vote, James gets 1 vote, and then anyone else who voted during that window where it was open also got their own vote as well.
I get 10 votes.
No, bananas are not allowed to vote in my award show. Sorry.
I'm Jeff Keighley of the award show.
We're like Jeff Peely. Get out of here.
You're so funny, Kay. Hey, Kay, you're so funny. You should start a YouTube channel. Do you ever think about that?
No, I never thought of it.
Yeah.
Wow, genius.
That's right. You're a comedian. Ha ha ha.
Oh my God.
Fucking piece of
starting an anti-banana movement. It's all over.
So
Anyways, yeah, Melee Games Awards, December 19th. The pre-show starts at 4 p.m. PST. We're going to have some fun, and it's pirate themed this year, which I'm super excited about. So we do also have a category for best pirate game as well. And it was hard to narrow that down because, man, there are so many good pirate games. And so I'm very excited to show everyone the results next week. It's going to be a banger.
That's right. Come get this booty. All right. Well, I think that's enough shilling. And until I hear until I hear, oh, they're coming back.
There we
coming.
go.
Oh, they're coming back. Well,
Everyone's
they're claiming
back.
the show. Oh my God, we got Sarah back. I'm excited. There we go. That's I felt like I was released from a evil grip because I didn't have to stare at Sarah's birthing hips anymore. Oh my God. Now I'm locked back in the trance.
Yeah, I'm shocked. The password to unlock the hack was password. I mean, y'all worked all that hard and you gave an easy answer. But yeah,
it's so obvious.
Melee
Nobody will expect
the Melee Games Awards. That's actually pretty cool.
Oh,
that actually brings us into tonight's topic, actually. Because I love not letting Doritos Pope not forget about him being Doritos Pope. I will always mention that. But I thought we will cover, and I was hoping Karrus would still be here for it because he's a huge fan of it. But some people were melting down about No Man's Sky. Yeah, go figure. I'm pulling
because they won best community or whatever, or what was it? Best
was it best ongoing?
Best
or,
ongoing game. Yeah. I saw that.
So one person points out, there's quite a few, but one person was pointing out Fortnite really lost to No Man's Sky. Fortnite's been killing it over the 8 years now. Come on. I'm laughing at this because Fortnite is like, I'll give it credit where credit's due when it first came out. It was, really cool, but I tend to think after 8 years it's overhyped. They're bought up by Disney now. It's not fun anymore. They have to they're staying alive because skins. Buy this skin, and it'll make the game fresh. It's not a microtransaction game that I'm against because it doesn't change it's not like gambling, the gambling part of microtransactions where you pay to play. It just adds more flavor, which I'll be that's fair. But they haven't really done much to Fortnite where I'm like, yeah, this is new, this is fresh in the game. But do you agree with him that No Man's Sky was overrated in this award? And the reason why I'm asking this is for all the panels. The reason why I'm asking this is because No Man's Sky, they started off really, really bad in the beginning, and they made up for it, and they have a very dedicated fan base, that earned their reputation. I played it in the beginning, didn't like it, and then I played it again recently, love it. And the fact that they had Mass Effect in there for this past year with the N7 Day as a re-release of their Normandy, I had to stream that game, couldn't stream it because my computer decided, no, we're gonna have 5 FPS problems. But I actually think they came around. But what do y'all think?
Yeah, No Man's Sky is a weird position for me because everything I know about the game, I haven't played it, but everything I know about the game, it just gets better and better and better, and the people that love it, love it. So I think it is valid for this to win. Full disclosure, I've never played it, even though it's really up my alley, because every time I think of No Man's Sky, I think of that original Soy Jack photo that they took when they went gold with the game, and also the fact that super early on they were trying to discriminate, but they shouldn't hire me. Discriminate against who they were hiring based on race. They were pretty much saying no white people for this role, and they immediately backpedaled that when they got caught. So just for those reasons, I've never played No Man's Sky, but everything I know about the game outside of that, it makes sense. And you know what? Fortnite's not going to lose any sleep over not getting this award here. They're still making millions and millions of dollars consistently, so they're fine. If anything, I was team China Slop number one. So I mean, I've been addicted to Marvel Rivals since it came out, and so that's what I was hoping would win. But I'm fine with it not winning as well. It's like whatever. From what I can tell, No Man's Sky deserves it. I haven't played it. I probably will never play it, but that's okay.
Everyone champions it now, like No Man's Sky and Cyberpunk as well. Everyone's championing it, and I always just think back to when games first release, and my hang up is always like, look, if you launch your game and it's dog shit, like screw you for making me pay full price for this thing and expecting me to be a beta tester for you for years, and then you get applause later because you magically fix the game, and everyone that like jumps into it later is like, oh well, the game is great now. So that's always been my hang up on games like this. I know there's a lot of people that love No Man's Sky. I am not in any way going to defend Fortnite because I think Fortnite is also a plague on the industry with the way that it just kind of like flattens everything, and it just makes it, here's a glorified skin of every character that you've ever loved in the history of pop culture. So I don't think either of these deserved the award. I'm on the camp of it should have either been Marvel Rivals or Helldivers 2. Final Fantasy 14 I've heard is declining.
Well,
so
fight back on that one, just not like I disagree with you, just to point something out. Helldivers 2 had its own controversy earlier this year, if I remember.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Helldivers 2 doesn't necessarily like I have problems with Helldivers 2 and the way that they handled their community and everything like that. So I'm not even saying there's really a perfect answer, but if I had to go with a category, like I think the fight should have been between Marvel Rivals and Helldivers 2, just on it like a gameplay standpoint and overall excitement around the games. Like those are the two games that I actually care about.
Stop looking at Bo's boobs.
I'm sorry. I'm dealing with something a little important right now. I'm sorry.
If the fight was least paused game, then Marvel Rivals should absolutely win because they have just been not censoring anything. They've been making full-on horny skins nonstop. I just bought one. I just bought the Rogue Savage Land skin. So their only controversy for Marvel Rivals has been the pretty much the fact that it's China, and so there's people that theorize that like it's got some ties to the Chinese Communist government or something. So there's a sect of the internet that thinks like, you know, you can't support games that are developed in China because you're supporting communism in some roundabout way. So if you subscribe to that, then you would also think Marvel Rivals has a controversy. But outside of that, their only controversy has been making people mad on the internet because they have sexy girls in it. So that's why it's like, well, that's the game I'm going to champion. But every other game has had some form of bullshit, gay, lame controversy on this list.
Oh, again, everything. Yeah.
I will also say, like, the devs for No Man's Sky, I keep wanting to say they're keepsake games, but that's Space Jump. But or Jump Ship. But anyways, that's right. They're making a sequel, or not a sequel, but another game, but it's fantasy based. And you fly dragons, this and that. And I'm gonna say that I'm looking forward to that game, but I think that will actually determine my actual stance. Because right now I'm giving a benefit of the doubt of they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And your first game, usually, especially if you have no experience, this has come from someone who has done this stuff, your first game will suck, no matter what. The fact that they're like, oh shit, we thought this was good. We're give us some time to fix it, and they kept giving updates to the part where they not only did really well. You can be a fucking space pirate. You can be a space merchant. You can be a space farmer, whatever you want to be. You can be an explorer. Now they took from Starfield, and you can build your own spaceship. So that's pretty cool. I'm like, you know what? I'll give you the fact that you didn't know what you're doing, and now you're paying attention to what your base wants. I will give you the chance of redemption. But for me to actually say 100% that was the answer of what really happened, let me see your next game. Let me see what you learned from it.
Yeah,
once I know that you've learned from it, I will forgive you for that. And I love No Man's Sky.
Right. And you know what's funny is I just realized even Marvel Rivals had its own controversy. It's just literally nobody fucking cared. I tried to blow that up, but they darkened up Scarlet Witch because
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because nobody gave traction to it. A bunch of people who don't even play the game went full lunatic mode, and they're like, "How dare you make a classic skin for Scarlet Witch where she's white?" And so they did quietly tan her up and made her a little bit darker post-launch, and it's like, oh, okay, just nobody cared, nobody noticed. So every game in this category has had some bullshit going on. So
are you talking about Marvel Rivals?
Yeah. Oh, we're talking about No Man's Sky and how we feel about it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but the Scarlet Witch. Oh, you're saying because they made the movie Wanda white?
No, so they recently in the latest season they released a classic Wanda skin that looks like her original like look. And they whitened her up because every other skin except for her, whatever her name, the Olsen skin, she has a little bit of tan to it. And so a bunch of people online went totally apeshit because they made that skin of hers white, even though when the comic debuted, she was very, very white. And they very quietly, I have a screenshot of the before and after that I took myself. They quietly, to appease those people, darkened her down for her
Oh
classic theme
damn,
as well.
that's not a good sign, especially since like they've been kicking it out of the park with.
I agree, man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Overall, I love the game. My opinion has shifted so much on Marvel Rivals. Like when I first saw the trailer, first of all, I was like, hero shooters are dead. Why are you even trying with this? And like it kind of looked AI sloppy to me and stuff like that. And then as time went on, like James was championing the game a lot earlier than me, and he was playing it a lot, and he loved it. And I would play with him sometimes. It's like, you know what, this game is not that bad. And then they just kept doing more and more and more. I'm like, man, I've missed Overwatch for so long because of how much they screwed that up. And now Marvel Rivals is actually like doing well for itself and it's creating a good product. And so I'm sold. Like I'm at the point where I love Marvel Rivals now. But it definitely took a lot to kind of convert me.
Oh, well, that actually, I had this next one come up just because I wanted to make sure I acknowledged the female representation in this panel. And I'm kind of questioning it. In full disclosure, I was going to say this anyways, but full disclosure, when this Party Awards came out, I actually said on stream when we were covering it, this is not interesting to me, so I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. But for those who don't know, what did y'all think about the representation of Girls Make Games? As Kata puts out here.
Oh my God, am I going to be yelling about Felicia Day?
Can I give my take?
Go for it.
Okay, so
yeah, the whole panel can either take. This is everyone's panel thing.
Okay, so I kind of disagree with Smash. Like as a I was moaning and groaning about it when I first heard, but like learning that it's more of like a summer camp type of thing, that like, you know, I'm like a little bit less against it, but I do feel like, yeah, I just don't like a lot of the identity politics stuff or like DEI and stuff. But like as a kids elective, that it sounds innocent on paper.
I am all for segregating women into their own camps where they can concentrate on making games.
I'm all for that too.
Yeah,
even though that's
fine.
some of the best female characters and some of the best games we've had, even before Ubisoft got uber greedy, was designed by women. There were some. I will acknowledge that.
Hey,
but once we start
acknowledging
them, like, oh, you have an opinion. Once we start saying, oh, you have an opinion, please, by all means, give us your opinion. The moment we did that, you could tell the entire gaming industry wasn't married, because every married man would be like, no. I'm teasing. Okay.
So I don't even know what happened during this segment, because I couldn't concentrate on it or the rest of the show, because for several hours, as soon as the segment started, Melee Case went full Alex Jones and started screaming at the top of her lungs because she has a blood feud with Felicia Day. And anytime she is mentioned or appears on screen, it's all bets are off, and she just goes full Spurg mode. So Kay, I don't know what happened. My ears were bleeding and I couldn't focus, because for the rest of the show you were just going, God damn her, how dare she. So okay, why don't you tell us what happened here and why you're so vehemently against it and Felicia Day?
Well, okay, so first of all, I have an issue with this category as a whole before I even get into hating Felicia Day, which is very personal. But with the Girls Make Games, my problem is, why not make this Kids Make Games? Like, why are you making this gender specific if you're going to bring in the youth and say, look at them making games in a camp or whatever? It should have been Kids Make Games, but it's so clearly slanted that they want to do female representation and like try to like platform that. So that part annoys me. I don't care if there's programs in schools and stuff where it like encourages people to go out and like try things like this, but I don't think it really had a point to be on the stage at the Game Awards. That's just like my personal opinion on it, and so I thought the whole thing was just kind of dumb theatrics. But Felicia Day, I will try not to scream too much about Felicia Day, but as you know,
don't worry, I'll just take my headphones off and someone's just putting a private chat so I can save my only good ear.
Exactly.
You're good. Actually, hold on, Mealy. Hold on.
Get the earplugs
ready.
Ahead.
Go ahead.
You're good. Okay, go ahead and yell.
My issue with Felicia Day, without getting extremely political about it, is that she is the type of person that has preyed upon gaming culture and geek culture since the beginning. The whole reason she has ever been successful is because she clinged on to geek culture and people championed her for that, and she kind of became the media darling for geeks. It was that cute, quirky girl that, oh my God, she likes video games. She's the perfect girl. Oh my God. But the thing is that she doesn't have any respect for gamers whatsoever. I have watched this woman eye roll at Henry Cavill for talking about Warhammer. I have watched this woman literally say that she would cross the street if she saw somebody wearing a Call of Duty shirt because, ooh, that's so scary. She has no respect for gamers whatsoever, and I hate her for it. And I hate that she just tries to monetize completely on, oh well, I can't come into Hollywood as a normal actress and succeed. I need to be the girl that appeals to gamers. And so I'm gonna just like ride that wave and do the Dungeons and Dragons, do you want to date my avatar type stuff, and I'm gonna like be in all these quirky geek movies and everyone will love me. That's like the nicest way I can say everything about what I hate about her. Is she is the literal stereotype of the girl on Twitch that grabs a controller and puts in her mouth and looks, it's like, oh, look at me, I'm a gamer girl. I hate women like that so much.
And
That's
that literally explains
again the nicest way I can say
girl gamers and gamer girls. It's Wheelie K is a girl gamer. She's the one that's gonna go when the gamer girl says, I'm a gamer girl and holds this the wrong way. She's gonna be the one that's gonna go running towards it saying, don't hold that game like that.
And she was in the worst season of Buffy.
Yeah,
she was in the worst season of Buffy, but that's like kind of where it started, right? Is there like, oh my God, this girl in Buffy, and like, oh, she likes video games, and but to me, it all comes across super performative. That's my issue with Felicia Day. Again, I'm resisting the urge to like scream and swear about her because I get very
agree
mad.
With you on Felicia
but
Day.
It's if I'm being like more rational about it, it's just I hate the idea that she like just preyed upon like guys pretty much, and she just tries to do this thing of like, I can't get successful on my own merit, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that there are less women in video games and just try to like become the darling to all gamers without actually respecting them. It's one thing if you like actually care about this stuff and you're passionate, whatever else, like, I'm fine with that. I have no problem with females being into video games and whatever. Obviously I would be hypocritical to say otherwise because I am a gamer girl.
Hypocritical.
But my issue is that she actually preys on people for it. And then she will sit there in the room with Henry Cavill, who is passionate about Warhammer 40K, and she'll sit there and giggle at him and roll her eyes. And she'll say things like, if I see a man wearing a Call of Duty shirt, I'm going to cross the street because I'm in fear of him. Like, those are your people. You shouldn't be, you should be advocating for them. You shouldn't be saying, oh, I'm just like the rest of you girls. I can't stand them because the gamers are scary. No, these are the people that have like made your career. Respect them.
Well,
So
and I
that's my
think the
problem.
part of it is optics, but let's be honest, because like I'm 100% with you, Miliki, on this. And I'm gonna reason I say that is because I believe Melanie Mack is the same way. They come into the entertainment industry, they have to have an agent, and the agent says, look, Felicia, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Everybody wants to be Britney Spears. Everybody wants to be this person and that person. You ain't gonna make it like that. You're not gonna. You're continuing with too many people that are already popular. People want to see these things. What I can do for you, however, is I can get you into these geek films. We'll make you look like the geek girl. And maybe after a couple of years of geek girls, someone's going to notice you and you're going to go somewhere else. The problem was that never happened. That became, it's kind of like how the Army recruits, because I used to be in the military. Oh yeah, you join in, you do a couple of years, everyone, you're going to be kicking down doors and busting things, blah, blah, blah. I told them I don't want to kick down doors. I was like, I told them they try to get me to be a stock guy, like the supply guy. I was like, I just left my job at Pepperidge Farms and Walmart because I don't want to do stock inventory no more. I want to do something with my life. Give me some combat. Like, well, the only thing we have is a 13 Delta. I was like, what's that? Well, it's with artillery. And before asking the question, I was like, artillery? Like blow things up with cannons? Yeah, send me there. No, I was the computer guy, which was literally the closest thing to game dev that you can actually get if you want to know what my job was. I was the guy that made the maps. I was the one that planned everything out. I was the math guy. I did all the targeting data, all that stuff for the cannons. But ironically, when I went to Iraq, I never did my job. I was kicking down doors. So I got to do what I wanted in the first place. But the thing I'm trying to point out is that these ladies were coached into the geek culture. It's uber rare to see actual female gamers. It's uber rare. When Twitch was rolling down, obviously, right? They weren't getting enough views. What did they do? They brought in the OnlyFans models. The OnlyFans models, because they're gamer girls, this and that. You can tell the difference between a woman who actually plays a game versus someone who's passionate. Most girls, like Sniper Wolf and all them, in my view, they tend to just play the popular games. I'm like, okay, what about this game? What is Melanie Mac's favorite game? She says she has
Lara Croft and Devil May Cry, as far as I know, and Legacy of Kain.
That's what she said.
We're talking about Melanie Mac. I don't know. That's what she said to me. I trust that because she seems like she likes them. I don't know.
I just like what DragonMorpheus said in chat. Felicia Day is responsible for the Mystery Science Theater 3000 decay as well. Our one hope is that Patton Oswalt's Bloodlust comes back, and everything will take care of itself very nicely. Okay, because that is her co-host.
Ooh.
And it might happen again. Lightning can strike twice.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
but anyway,
and that's a funny thing. But to correlate, all right, I think we're all curious when I was hinting about Melanie Mac's reaction to Tomb Raider, right? We all want to know, right?
Oh yeah,
I kind of know some of it because I follow her on other social media, so I know some of her opinion.
Yeah, no, I'm only on Twitter.
I stopped following her.
She left it.
I felt
so. She's the Lara Croft expert. Let's see.
What happened? Did she?
Oh, we good?
Let's see. Imperfect saying we used to be desperate for women gaming. Now we want them out because of these nasty bitches.
Yeah, I really don't blame anyone. It's just become so performative and obnoxious.
Oh, is that Melanie Mac is back?
Yeah.
What did she say this time?
Yeah, it's Melanie Mac. Well, we're gonna find out. I hope everyone can hear this sound. Let me know if y'all can't. I'll see if I can do this. But she's watching the Tomb Raider thing.
Wait, you survived.
Yeah,
the Dragon's Triangle. Cross the threshold to Atlantis. I've heard a dozen told tales that say you're unstoppable. But I say, all legends must come to an end.
Just watch her reaction.
That's where you're wrong. I'm just getting started.
She's flat. She has no tits. She's titless.
Yeah.
That's honestly the first thing I noticed was the lack of tits.
Yeah.
Are you guys
No. Hold on. We'll get to that.
That's it? Like, that's
As
all?
I looked out at an ancient world reawakening, my mind traveled back to where this story began.
Yeah, now we're gonna get the Tomb Raider
And
one.
everything changed. It's been years, but the events are still.
Yeah, shot. She doesn't respond to.
Lost worlds, frozen in time.
Her facial features she doesn't respond to.
New discoveries waiting behind every door.
What's her? Does she like feel nothing for this?
She's not feeling. Here's no reaction from her. You remember how we reacted?
Yeah, we were going.
They even got rid of the
I
undershirt,
didn't know then.
and she doesn't respond to that.
Path this adventure would send me on.
Or the fact she has her long hair, which is iconic for her, and a double wielding pistols. What's
She
that?
doesn't even react to the feathers on the dinosaur.
I can barely hear you, Dash.
She doesn't react to the feathers on the dinosaur.
I need to see more.
Well, let's do this. Hold
I
on.
need to go further.
Huh?
Go ahead, Dash.
Oh, she doesn't notice the.
I couldn't hear you earlier.
Yeah, she doesn't notice the feathers on the dinosaur.
No, she doesn't notice anything. You can tell her emotion is just not. There's no emotion. There's no reaction. There's nothing. Like,
Okay,
remember how
turn
we
the
saw
volume
this?
back
Like,
on.
yeah, I was commenting how her boobs could still be bigger, but her facial features looked like a woman.
Oh, we're
we
missing.
were
We're
also
missing her
mentioning how
reaction.
there's.
What did she say at the end?
No, that was her reaction.
Oh yeah, no, I was curious to.
That's
hear
all we
what-
got.
What her take was. Oh, that's unfortunate.
It sounded like she said something at the end there. No, she was like shrugging.
That's all.
She did say
Yeah,
something, but
the whole,
it's
that's the
muted.
thing. I couldn't find any more on that. Yeah, I'll clip it back again, but
Oh well, I'm sure
she doesn't
she'll I'm
say
sure she'll
much.
play these
Let's
because
see, where's the dinosaur?
yeah. See, this was nice to see. I appreciate this
Yeah.
because while
Well,
this
my
was going
point
on,
is,
Kay
it's
was still
like-
yelling about Felicia Day. So
New
this is my first time seeing it.
Waiting behind every door.
Yeah. But yeah, well, I'll put it back so we can hear her reaction, but she doesn't really say much. I tried to see if I could get more on her, but she kind of has me blocked off her channel after Gamergate, or not Gamergate, Gamergate, because she kept mentioning Christianity stuff, and I'm a Christian too, so I called her out. Half of Phantom Pulse has got me blocked.
I need to go
Same
further.
here. Everyone except John Delaraz.
Of Atlantis.
The baseball player.
Some legends are destined to be retold.
That's her usual reaction. She
Oh,
says
actually said nothing. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe she said more after the clip. I don't know.
I couldn't find any
But
more on the
she
actual clip.
did, but the clip's been cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well,
she-
no, I'm
you know what she
curious.
said, Boca? She's got me blocked off her YouTube channel.
No, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she wasn't too impressed. I don't
And
remember
she-
what exactly she said, but she didn't
Yeah.
care for it.
As
And
somebody
that's the
is
thing. You're
hyper-autistic about
right,
certain games.
Imperfect. I will say that. And he's more and that's another thing, Philip, more you want to point out is I got a clip of that. Well, kind of a clip of that. But there are people that are celebrating it and people that are upset with it. And I'm gonna put the old Lara Croft, not the ancient Lara Croft, but like
So I
Go ahead.
have her on Instagram, so I can actually read off what she said on an Instagram story, so we have a little bit
Yeah,
more context.
sure.
That's all I've got.
hear it.
So she showed like a picture
if
of
you want to
this
share that,
version.
I will allow you to share that.
It's a story is the problem, so I don't really have a way of like sharing it properly. Does that make sense? Like I'm looking on my phone.
Instagram's
But
retarded.
she said it's not that the new Lara Croft looks bad because she looks good, but she simply lacks the girl power vibe that Lara had in the 90s. The top photo is fun, which is like the one that you show in all this. And the bottom photo inspires me to want to be a stronger person. This is the key difference. The whole vibe is off. Classic Lara is my hero, whereas this new reinterpretation is like, yeah, pretty, but not inspiring to me in the slightest. She lacks aura. That's all the context I have on Melanie's opinion
Yeah, I
beyond
think
seeing this video.
That's too early to say. From what I understand, this is like way closer to the Tomb Raider Legend Lara Croft.
Oh, that's my favorite Lara Croft. So hey, that's a plus. That my favorite Tomb Raider game is Legend. So yeah, I'm not a Tomb Raider expert. I love that era. I love the 360 era of Tomb Raider games. I thought that was the perfect mix of like sexy power fantasy, female Indiana Jones, and like tight good gameplay. And I've never played or beat any of the ones before or after those ones. So Underworld, Anniversary, and Legend. That's my Tomb Raider trilogy. So you know, Melanie is allowed to be hyper autistic over her favorite IP. I'm the person that will autistically rant over Halo and hate everything since Microsoft took over. So I totally get it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, it's Sprint, not Halo. Next, but yeah, I don't know. She'll play it because I mean that's her game is Tomb Raider. It's her bread and butter. The only thing I don't know all of her takes, but I always mostly liked her, and the only thing I ever really disagreed with her on is saying Lara Croft isn't a sex symbol, and it's like, bro, are you serious? Like, I know
objectively, she's a sex symbol.
I was like, are you saying this because you're a straight woman? Because like Lara Croft was a sex symbol, so absolutely. Like, hey, as a
she's not. The reason I'd say my theory is, and this is just my personal opinion, is she like with Felicia, she was coaxed into this stuff. What's your favorite video game? Lara Croft. Why? Because in the 90s, there was a big argument about Lara Croft in the 90s. She was a sex symbol. She was not a sex symbol. She was demeaning against women. She's not demeaning against them. She empowers women. She does it. That whole argument was there. So lots of women related to Lara Croft. So if you're going to be a co-hostess for a video game show, right, a talk show, whatever, it's kind of a safe bet to say Lara Croft was what I related to. Then she leaves, and as we start noticing, she slowly gets more into politics and these other areas. And I personally have not seen her play Lara Croft on a live stream.
Oh, personally. I have. No,
I've played the classics.
Yeah, so she did the Aspire Media. She played the Aspire Media remakes because I was curious her takes on it. Because, like, say what you want about Melanie, but I'm like, okay, the one game I will take her opinion on is Tomb Raider. So I was there to get her opinion on that, and she actually, which is crazy, because the thing I love about those Aspire remakes is I love how they give the game proper controls, because these were PS1 games, so it kind of has the original Tomb Raiders have tank controls. And I'm like, I fucking hate tank controls. I hate tank controls, always have. And she was playing it, and she was like, no, I can't do this, muscle memory. And she actually swapped back to the tank controls, which you have the option to do. And it's like, oh, okay, shit. So, and that's how she played them. And I think she liked them for the most part. So, I mean, I will say, like, Melanie, she knows her Lara Croft. The only thing is she doesn't think Lara Croft is a sex symbol, and I chalk that up to her being a straight woman, as far as I know. So I'm just like, maybe, so you know what? She was not one of the boys that had the magazine with the, because didn't Lara Croft have like a
there was a
Melanie
wasn't there a Duke ad as
that's
well?
what got her to block me as not Lavistro. Or not.
Melanie Mack isn't old enough to remember the controversies about Lara Croft.
Dude,
when
she's not as
it first
she's
came
my
out.
age.
She's about
Melanie's
40.
my age, dude. No,
I think she's like 38.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she was a little girl and not even playing those kind of video games when Lara Croft came out. So I don't think she put Lara Croft on some kind of pedestal because she didn't know the advertising or anything like that, because she just never saw it. She wasn't old enough to see that stuff or put two and two together for what it stood for.
Well, I think she's
That's a
older
good
than
question.
me,
Perfect.
but-
I'll put this way. Melanie Mack used to work with, I believe it was GameStop, if I remember correctly, hosting games and stuff like that. Like, these games are coming out and this stuff. So she was coached. She had to get coached into, in my personal opinion, like, women who weren't familiar with games, right? It's gonna be hard to get a woman into coaching a game because, well, sex sells. A pretty face is gonna get more views. So they hired her for that reason, right? And my theory is, based on what we see with her being hypocritical and on the spot with Goonergate, is she can no longer do the whole thing we did with Gamergate. Now she has to know her stuff. She has to know this and that. She can't watch certain videos and be coached on. She doesn't have a staff that says, okay, Mel, here's what is popular in games. Here's what you got to say for a follow-up. We're gonna this guy's gonna ask you this question. This is how you respond. And she always had that card. And if you notice in her old videos, she's looking back at that card every now and then, which is her lines. It could also be, especially when it comes to the interview, not just her sitting next to the TV screen talking about a game. When she's sitting on a couch across from one of the other interviewers, she has that interview card, which tells me, we don't know what's on it, but tells me, okay, she's looking at the card in the middle of the interview, there could be a possibility now with everything else coming on that she may have not known her games. The fact that she knows a lot about Lara Croft now is probably because someone had taught her enough about it, because that is her brand. If that makes sense. I'm not saying that's what is actually going on, but that's what I'm being led to believe over time to try to answer why she's that. I'm not saying, because most people say, oh, she's a Christian, or oh, she's quote from James, she's not lesbian, this and that. I always found those kind of answers, no disrespect or offense, I always found those answers not fulfilling, like answering the full context. So I look at other things. I mean, Mel can quickly come out and prove to me, you know, like, and everyone else, why she's a gamer, but she's more interested into shot content now. It was funny to say the Melanie Mac word the first 5 times. Now it's kind of old, which tells me she's more doing it for the clout that she was coached on into it in the beginning of her career.
She should have upgraded to the N-word. I agree. You know, the F-word, which kind of ran its course. I was hoping, Melanie, you know what? If you want to win hearts and minds, drop an N. But I mean, I've seen a video of her, not like when, like, you know, years and years and years and years ago, before she was big or anything, not playing Tomb Raider, but she was doing this video. It was so like quirky girl of this era, like boxy style. Okay, you've seen it as well, where she's playing on her DS and showing off like her Animal Crossing village and all
it's
this
like
stuff.
a 10-year-old video or something.
Yeah, and so I mean, and you can get into the debates on like, oh, if those are legit games or not, but I don't know. I saw her playing Tomb Raider. If you want to say like, oh, she was coached on how to play it, it's like, okay, well, she's playing it now. I don't know.
So obviously, look, I don't know everything about anyone, right? So I don't know what her full history is. She could be pulling wool over my eyes. I have no idea. I've had some conversations with her, been on stream with her before. I think she's a great person. I don't agree with all of her takes, but I don't talk to people solely on whether or not I agree with them on everything. So I have no problem when we disagree. And obviously, when it comes to all the sexuality in gaming, I love that stuff. I love Dead or Alive. Like, I want more tits in games. She's the opposite.
So what you're saying is you're a lesbian?
I guess maybe that makes me a lesbian, apparently, because I just like titties in games. I don't know. I just love my Dead or Alive. But no, there's a whole science behind why I like that stuff. But Melanie's always struck me as a PlayStation gamer. So she was very like Crash Team Racing, Lara Croft, Devil May Cry, that kind of thing. And I don't know how her career really like what the path was, but perhaps she was put in a position to work at a company like GameStop and be a host for that. And maybe she's one of those gamers that's like hyper passionate about a few games, but not the industry as a whole. And that's just been kind of like, you know, that's the thing that's kind of been driving her, and maybe she's expected to know more. I don't know. I don't really judge people on like if they play one era of gaming versus the other. I kind of just go, okay, those are the games you like. It doesn't really make you less of a gamer to me. But I wouldn't expect her to play something like mouthwashing, for example. I wouldn't expect her to look at the latest indie game, right? And that to me doesn't make her any less of a gamer. It's just you have your era of gaming that you like. You very clearly grew up with the PS1. That's fine.
And like I said, I want to make this clear, just for everyone to know. I don't have no beef with Mel. My mentality is, why is she saying one thing and then turn around saying another? And that's the best way I can say is, oh, it's not that she's a gamer. It's most likely she was coached. And I'm still looking to this day. I'm still looking for evidence to support the fact that she is a gamer based on that hypothesis I've already made. I'm looking for ways to disprove that hypothesis, if that makes sense. But
yeah, I mean, everyone's, you know, entitled to their opinion on it. It's just, I've never really had an interaction with her where I felt like, oh, you're not a gamer. It's just been more like, I don't agree with you on sexuality, Melanie. That's really where it stands. Her and I got into a little bit over Emma Frost. I think Emma Frost looks great in Marvel Rivals. She disagrees with me. That's totally fine. So it's, and we've also gotten along and agreed on a lot of things too, in video games. So I just always struck her as she had a very specific system that she played when she was younger. And that was kind of the track of mine in gaming she's in. For me, there's, you know, I played pretty much every platform I possibly could. So maybe I have more knowledge in a certain area than her. But we've gotten into debates about like Diddy Kong Racing versus Crash Team Racing. And I'm Diddy
Team
Kong
her, by
person.
the way. I'm Team Melanie on this
damn
one.
it, no!
Fuck that monkey.
I'm pro Diddy Kong, right? And her and I got into a debate about it. And she's like, no, Crash Team Racing is way better. So
Diddy
to
Kong
me,
Racing
it's not...
is one of the best racing games ever.
Exactly. It is
Only
the best kart
surpassed
racer.
by Crash.
No, it is the best
Team
kart racer ever.
Team Melanie, baby, let's go.
No, but anyways, I maybe she was coached in a media sense to be, like to talk more about games in a certain way, but I still see a ground floor of she was a PlayStation 1 gamer, and so I don't know. I don't really know what else to say on that beyond everyone has their different expertise with gaming, and I don't think that makes somebody like less or more hardcore. It's just
I think she's more hyper focused on a specific genre of games. She won't branch out and play like Phone in Exiles like we do, or Fallout or anything like that.
And that's fair. I'll play different games, but I'm always big onto RPGs and sandbox games that let me get lost in a world. I'm an explorer type gamer.
Because at
the
end of the day,
I will
like,
acknowledge that part.
Yeah, I don't.
It just
think
doesn't affect my life. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care what kind of gamer she is.
See what
It's
y'all's
just,
thoughts on Melanie Mac, because like I said, I always like hearing different opinions. I
still think she went out the deep end though.
Yeah, I still think so
and
too.
I think that's valid. I think it's very valid to be bothered by her opinions when it came to sexuality in gaming. I personally completely am on the other end with that. Like I want sexuality.
Well, she had
in
no
games,
problem with
but
Stellar Blade a year earlier.
Yeah.
What it reminded me of was, remember when Ken Levine was really mad that everybody was jerking off over Elizabeth, and he was like, no, because it was his like pseudo daughter.
Yeah.
And it was just like, no, don't make porn of my daughter. No, it honestly felt like Melanie cares too much about Lara Croft, so people sexualizing her feels like it is a personal attack, or like it hurts her personally. And so it's like, no, don't jerk off to Lara Croft. Oh God. And it's like,
I personally, I just think like, her morals just shifted. Like she was for it once, and then like, just like her opinions on LGBT, like, like it shifted, and it just like shifted like kind of gradually, I guess.
There we go.
I think the criticisms against like how she pushed back on sexuality and everything in gaming, I think it's very valid to have criticisms about that. I just don't personally feel like it makes her less of a gamer for having any of those opinions, or for
no, not at all. Not at all. I might disagree with her, but I wouldn't say she's less of a gamer just because she has those
not at all. Like if she actually plays a go ahead, Dash.
No, like yeah, exactly. Like
I mean, I'm not gonna say she is not a gamer. I think maybe I may have misspoke on that or misinterpreted. I'll take that back. I'm saying her behavior during, like, when people's behavior, when they become contradictory, I'm always like, okay, why did they do that? I'm like I said,
it's totally valid.
I have Asperger's, and one of the things I've learned about Asperger's, which makes sense about my entire life, is I don't understand the nuances of social interactions, something like conversations. So when I'm like, okay, why is this person being hypocritical? And then I go look it up, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's more of this. I don't want to defame that person. Like I did say, I used to be.
I don't think you are.
I had a crush on her back in the day when she was working at GameStop, for crying out loud. But my point is like, I had this feeling, this nudge, and I brought that up only just because I want to see what y'all's takes were. Do y'all have the similar takes? I know you talk or have talked in the past, Billy K. That's one reason why I brought it up. I'm not trying to say Melly Mac is not a gamer. I'm saying that's how I feel about it. But it was a perfect way to bring it up. But anyways,
I think it's completely valid to point out that she's had contradictory views. I do. Yes. I would say that to her face. I think there are things that she says are I'm like, what? Where did that come from? But for me, it's just at the end of the day, like, I have my opinion, she has hers, and that's kind of what it is for me.
And that's a fair measure. Some things I have to keep remembering out. But here's Kata saying the free market is deciding what they want in games to go back to. The previous one, another woman had a meltdown about how she looks more feminine now. But do y'all agree that they're making changes to Lara to fit her original look? I mean, yeah, granted, she like I made this argument with Dash during the thing, that they could have increased her cup size a little. And I was trying not to sound like a pervert when I was doing it, because I was trying to be actually like a gamer who knows.
I was messing with you on the stream. I was just messing with you.
I know you were, and that's why I let it happen. But I was trying to like how do I was like, you know what? There's no way on God's green earth I can say her breasts are too small.
They are
sounding like a gooner or a pervert. So I'm just gonna. It's like being asked a girl asking a man, does my dress make me look fat? if you lie, she's gonna remember that and tell you about that 15 years down the road. If you tell the truth, she's gonna remember that and tell you called her fat 15 years down the road. So
Well,
like, you know what,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
just
roll with it.
compared to how like they've been pushing her to be presented in like more recent media, like even like the Netflix.
Yeah, the Netflix shows looked like a
series,
dude.
No, I think it's a step in the right direction. And I think a lot of this is because I noticed that Amazon is publishing the games now, which I don't think they had a hand in it prior. So Amazon cares about one thing, and it's making money. And looking at this photo, I think a lot of this is like the Western game developers like that are in North America. They are still taken over by like this, plague that's hit the industry for a long time of these people infesting it. But you're seeing a lot of pressure financially from publishers to fix their shit. South Korea and China have been saying fuck it, and they've just been going full on. We know it sells. If the West isn't going to do it, we're going to do it. Like that entire bottom right corner is all Marvel Rivals, and they have Stellar Blade, which I think was what was Stellar Blade? Was that South Korea?
Korean.
Yep, Korea.
Dispatch was the surprise one because I'm pretty sure that's a Western developed game.
Even Marvel Cosmic Invasion really killed it with the character designs, like making them look like their older counterparts.
Yeah, so I think it's really standing out if you still look like a ghoul. And there was games during the Game Awards shown. I think it was the Wizards of the Coast one that still, it was like, oof, it's still looking like that Western game design
Yeah,
for
it was
women.
the chicken plate armor that just looked really ghetto.
I think that the girl behind the trans person behind Veilguard is working by that game, which sucks because I would play a warlock Dungeons and Dragons game. Like, they're a pretty cool dark class. Like, they have melee attacks as well as spells. Like, you could do Pact of the Blade.
And also, don't be afraid to sound like a pervert. Like, we're talking about fictional, non-existent characters. You can fucking talk about
I wasn't afraid to sound like a pervert. Normally, I'm not afraid to sound like a pervert. When it came to the Game Awards, I was trying to speak from my past game designer experience, and correlate. Okay, how wow, we got the ass shot. That's like back in the early 2000s. She's real dope. Like we were all saying these things. So I was like, okay, this sounds like some of these people, some of my fellow panelists were sounding like.
Tweet? I want to retweet it.
I need to bookmark it for later.
Perfect.
I have no shame. Just look at my picture that's in place of my face.
I love you, Sarah.
Yeah, just link me that. Yes, nice. Thanks, boss.
So these are fictional fucking characters. I will flat out say, no pun intended, flat. I will say it's like, make her titties bigger. I don't care. Yeah. I'm a straight guy. I like titties. Make them titties bigger, like they fucking should be. If you have a problem with that,
hold on. Whoa, hold on. You said you're a straight guy.
Okay, wait. Yes,
I got a question for you. Then I got a question for you. I have like this is like that meme of a cat looking at the file folder saying, "Hold on, I got a meme for this." So I have all these browser tabs open just in case potential questions or things being brought up. So what you're saying is, if you like big titties and stuff, you're a straight guy.
Yeah, you know what? And it's such a line. Like
just simple yes or no right now.
Titties.
This is simple yes or no. I'm gonna bring something up.
It's like it
feels
doesn't like everyone loves big titties. Like the only people who don't like big titties are insecure feminists.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a good. I'll let you have it. So what you're saying is, George Torch is not only not a straight guy, but he's an insecure feminist.
She's Laura. She's not Laura.
Oh, he was just trying to jump on the bandwagon.
What is he trying to argue?
I'm confused.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out what y'all could ask, because I can never figure them out.
I can never figure him out either. I sometimes do tweets like him to be funny, because I'll just do like
gamers.
Attention all gamers. This is it. Now it's the
real
time
gamers say GG.
Oh Lord. I have no idea what he's actually trying to argue here. Is he saying that she just doesn't look like the original Laura enough? Like,
I think.
I think she. Okay, if I'm
I
going
don't-
off of this current character model, I think the character model looks pretty. I like how she looks. I love that they did ass shots in this. I love that they showed her gymnastics in it. And my only complaint so far has literally been her tit size. Her tits need to be bigger. That is the only thing that I'm like.
Thank you.
She's iconic for it. She's known for it. The polygon tits back in the day. Why are we making flat chested? Oh, because she's athletic and she needs to move around. Why did we care about this? We didn't care about this 20 years ago. Why do we care about this now? I don't want realistic
I guarantee
games.
you, if we had real Lara Croft, like Lara Croft real world, I guarantee you half the shit she does in a game, a real woman of her size, even the modern Lara Croft size, would not be able to do. She would not be physically be
Fighting
able
like
to do half the stuff.
dinosaurs. Like, why are we worried about her tit size being proportional to her movement? I don't understand.
It's a video game. Who cares?
But I have been in
I
conversations where people are talking about that, and they're like, "Oh no, the size is correct." I'm like, "No, just make her double D's. Why does it matter?"
Can we
Just
just
do
have
it.
a tit slider? Like everyone will be happy if we can slide her titties. Okay.
There we go. Actually, I'll ask the chat that. I will ask the chat that. Should
Oh
we
my
have
god!
a tit slider?
I hope there's jig physics in the game.
Yeah. What's that? What's that game that's super based? That's like it's the Snow White game, and they have like a titty slider and an ass slider,
swords and slippers or something like that.
yeah,
I don't remember the
and
exact
like
name
there's
here.
jiggle physics, and they
I want
like
jiggle physics.
yeah, that game. It's in our intro. It looks so
I love
good,
that. Yeah,
and they
it looks
they
great.
just don't fucking care, and they're just like, yeah, no, we're making it sexy because that's what we're doing.
Yeah, all the content with that game looks great. There's like extra like DLC content or something that's coming out too, and I'm like, I need to play this damn game.
Yeah, it looks
Tit
good.
sliders are great. Just have them, like, you know, whatever. Why? Like, I don't understand why we're all like, not us in this group, but like in general, why everyone is so concerned about realism. Like, I care about like in-universe politics
Yeah,
and stuff being accurate,
I'm
but like,
so-
why do we need
Care
to make
about what looks
characters look
pleasing
realistic?
to my eye. That's what I
Yeah.
care.
Yeah,
It's fantasy.
Hyperrealism it's not only killing the budget of games, it's just like making games look all like the same. Like, you know, you're losing the vibrance and like the game. Like, you know, like not everything needs to look like a live action movie. Like if you want to do that for your game, fine. But like there's too much like hyper focus on making everything look super, super real, using mocap actors for every game.
That's one thing I'm tired of. I hate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, take Sarah the Sumerian there. She's in Conan Exiles as a character I created.
Well, for
No
the
woman,
chat,
if
there is
there-
a
if there
poll
were-
out now about Tomb Raider.
So if I was going for realism, this character would not be able to even do half the things I do in a game.
Yeah, it's
There'd be
video
no
games.
way.
It's fiction.
It's a
and-
video game, and I want my video game character to look pretty.
and
That's it.
yeah, and I am really sick of, and this is like a Sony style game. This is a AAA issue. I'm really sick of having to get, like you said, mocap actors, and then the characters in the game have to look like the actors they're portraying, and so you can't even get
or even that
skins
one
anymore.
female character. What's her name? The one with the bug eyes. It's in Star Wars and fucking. what's the other
Oh,
one?
Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws or whatever.
No, she was in Jedi Order. She was in.
Oh, Deborah Wilson. Deborah
so-
Wilson.
yes, that one.
Yeah,
she's
the- the-
everywhere, and it's
the one black
I'm
woman in
tired
the
of her.
industry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm like, you don't need it. Like make the dude go old school. Make the model. Don't find a model that's close to the skin color or whatever. Go find a model that best fits, or the voice actress that best fits the game's character, and build the character based on your concept art. Don't be fucking lazy like that. You want to use mocap animations, fine, but don't give me that bullshit that, oh, we can't make real women when I guarantee you my ex-wife almost looks exactly the same, you know, body style and size and proportion to the body actress that was Stellar Blade, and the only thing that's different is her face does not look like the face in Stellar Blade. They just used her body proportions for the animations and stuff. That's all they did. But
Okay.
what do I know? I'm just a horny dragon.
Yeah, no, I understand, Mr. Horny Dragon, but yeah, it's such a pet peeve of mine that everybody has to look hyper realism when it's a video game, and I'm playing this for crazy video game shit, nothing else. And so it's been this big push, like in the Sony department, in the narrative department, to make everything hyper real, and it's like I can just go watch a movie if I want this. I don't come to video games for a movie experience. I come to video games for a video game experience. They're very different ways of telling a story and kind of, consuming entertainment. So like, keep them fucking separate. So I don't know. We'll see. This game looks fine-ish.
Yeah, but I got something that came up. I'm going to have to get going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no problem.
This has been an
Do you have
interesting
your game to
conversation.
recommend?
No, but I got to go. I wouldn't have time. I got to go. But you can find me on Rumble and YouTube, VetGamerBoceifus.com or VetGamerBoceifus. Same name on Rumble and YouTube. But I got to go. Sorry.
No
Hey,
worries.
it's nice
man.
meeting you, man. Take care.
Nice meeting you and Sarah.
Yeah.
All right. And for everyone else, you can find Bet on these links here as well. And if you haven't followed the veteran, you say you support the veterans. I mean, does that sound hypocritical if you say you support someone and you don't follow them? So yeah, go support the troops, go support the vets. Stop being hypocritical. That being said, let's see. James' entire argument stems from his love of Fuda. You know what? That's a good question. Now that it reminds me, where the hell is Val, Mr. It's Fuda time?
You have a Fuda time segment, and this is my
we have
first time
one
being on the show.
of our followers, Valkyria Winner. Every time he comes to the chat, he always says, "It's Fuda time."
Oh my
He always
God.
says that.
It's like the Things like slogan or something. Instead of it's clobbering time, it's Fuda time. Let's
Yep,
go.
that's Val's catchphrase.
Oh my God, I need to meet this person. Oh hell yeah.
You will. I got one more thing I want to add in here. I think this will add a big conversation starter because, like I said, yes, we are covering something everyone else covers, but I guarantee you within 15 minutes of them talking, they're already talking about Expedition 33 for the rest of the stream. So I'm literally pushing that towards the end. So I want to know, because I already knew this, but I'm really sure y'all are gamers. How'd y'all feel when y'all watched the Games Awards and saw this news? This is from Super Sushi and Sweetheart. She's a retro gamer from Japan. Talking about the Mega Man dual override announcement.
Well,
How'd y'all feel about that?
I love this announcement because I love Mega Man because he is blue and small, and that's everything I love about him. And I absolutely love the Mega Man franchise. In fact, I played all the games perfectly with no hit runs, as everybody that watches us know. I'm the world's biggest Mega Man fan, so I was super excited. Kay reacted more than I did, though.
Oh my God, I popped. I was so excited. I heard the music and I was like, hold up, wait a minute. And as soon as I was like, oh my God, are we getting Mega Man? I saw the Capcom logo flash, and then all of a sudden we're getting this trailer. I was so freaking excited. I'm so happy about this. And I think it added to this actually not being an awful award show, because I was like, we actually got like really great announcements during this being one of the huge ones. So I'm super hyped.
I'm happy for the classic Mega Man fans, but I'm more of an X guy. But
Base, let's go.
I do love Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 is a fun game. I beat that on 3DS.
I used to be big. I was ashamed when this came out because I heard the music and I have a brain injury. So a lot of my past does not connect very easily. It has to go through certain detours. But I was like, why does this sound so familiar? Why is this like I was so obsessed with the music when I was playing? I couldn't put two together, even though it's classic Mega Man, until I saw the Capcom, and then when I slowly started realizing it was Mega Man. Once I realized it was Mega Man, I was ecstatic. But it took me half of the video for me to recall that was supposed to be Mega Man. And I personally am happy about it. It's something I can share with my son. He's actually playing Mega Man right now. The classic
awesome.
Ones we grew up with, the 2D platformer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he
teach him young.
He likes the retro.
That's awesome.
I said, gotta teach him young. That's awesome. That
Yeah.
playing Mega Man.
Well, yeah, he I let him play the modern ones. Like he has Let's Go Pikachu, but I found my old Game Boy Color and it still works, and all my games still works. I got them from my parents' house, and he's playing it right now. Like I can hear it in the next room. I forgot how loud those speakers are even to this day.
Nice.
They're
I
loud.
love Mega Man 9.
But he's playing that game right now, and I just wanted to see what y'all had to say on it. It was supposed to be part of Dragon Bytes, but I was like, I couldn't find a tab. I got like 50 tabs open up right now. So
No, I'm super excited to see Mega
but
Man coming
I
back in the
think,
fold.
I love. Well, yeah, I love him because he's blue. That's
I want to.
yeah,
I'm trying to find the
I,
old cartoons.
I ordered the the cartoon. Discotech just released it on Blu-ray, so I ordered that and the Darkstalkers cartoon
Wait.
for Christmas.
I can order like the Battle Network cartoon now that's on disc.
Oh no, the Battle Network. Oh no. Oh, I wish. I
love Battle Network's my favorite part of Mega Man. I love like Zero and I love Battle Network. But like if I can get the Battle Network on like a DVD of some sort, I will be the happiest girl on earth.
Yeah, the
I
anime.
love that show.
Yeah, I used to watch it. That was actually like my first real big like exposure outside of the 90s cartoon, which, you know, so like when I was a kid, like I'd see these shows, but I wouldn't really like dissect them as hard.
Yeah.
But the Battle Network show I did watch. I remember the crazy teacher and his number man.
Yeah, as you get older, you recall things. Like actually, no. To be fair though, when Pokemon Season 1, Episode 1 came out, the very first seconds of the show was the intro to the original Pokemon Red and Blue game, where the two Nidorans were fighting each other.
That was so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and I told my son about he's watching Pokemon right now, and well, not right now, but like, he's watching the series right now. He's interested in them, and I told him that was in the game. He goes, "No way!" I pulled out my old Game Boy Color, slopped in some batteries, put Pokemon Red in there. Yes, I had a Pokemon Red because you think dragons are just something I just want to beat. No, I had an obsession with dragons since I was a kid. So Charizard, yeah, that's the reason why I chose Pokemon Red. Gave it to my son, and yes, I've always chose Charmander as my first starter Pokemon every time, just because of Charizard.
Was Charizard your first dragon? Was Charizard like the first dragon that you ever cared about? Yeah.
No, well, yeah, it's the first dragon in Pokemon I cared about, but my parents let me watch Dragonheart.
Oh.
Yeah, and I like dragons before then, I watched one called Dragon World.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Dragon World is something that's interesting in Scotland. It's like a cheesy early 90s movie meant for kids. And this kid wishes for a friend. His parents died. His grandfather's the one raising him. He wishes for a friend and wishes on a wishing tree, and the wishing tree grants him a friend, which is literally a baby dragon. And it causes so much hijinks that when they grow up, it just gets worse. But it teaches about responsibility and friendship. But I loved that movie. And then my dad had this mentality of, you know what you might like, since you like medieval and swords and dragons, we should watch Dragonheart. That's Sean Connery. What's the Sean Connery? Oh, you'll like
greatest man that ever lived.
My mom was afraid I would be freaked out because I was like 9 or something over the whole Dragonheart thing, like the whole splitting the heart and sharing it in there. No, I had no problem with the gore. I had no problem with any of it when I was little. I actually loved it, but yeah, I'm glad Mega Man's making a comeback. And like I said with my son, he likes the older stuff. Like he doesn't like the modern Spider-Man. He likes the new, or he likes he doesn't like the new Spider-Man. He likes the 90s Spider-Man and stuff. So I think if he keeps it, he still plays Minecraft and stuff, but I think he's more into retro gaming.
Nice.
If I let him stream, he'd probably be a retro gamer. But speaking of games, I think we're finally going to cover the last bit. I think we all have something to say about it. So I'm going to start it off with a fair one. Okay. director comes from the game while working at Ubisoft. Learned game dev on YouTube. That's where I learned, even though I went to college. It's like, you want to do game dev, go on YouTube. Lead dev was a Sekiro and DMC speedrunner. Hired voice actors and writers via Reddit. Soundtrack was by a random SoundCloud artist. So basically, he put all these things from a shoestring budget, is what I'm trying to point out. And they win all these awards and give fans what they want. That's all I want to start off with. I'm going to keep the vocals muted. But I also want to say that I was very impressed. He thanked gamers as well. He thanked the players when he made his acceptance speech. So I want to hear what y'all thought about the award. Do you think it was well earned and deserved, that they swept the floor? Do you think we set the bar too low? Do you think there was no actual competition? Or do you think it was hard earned and well deserved?
I mean, I was bored the whole award show, but I hate how Jeff Keighley handles the Game Awards, because he treats it like 4 games have come out and in the whole year, and then those games are just nominated in every category. And so I was surprised that Expedition 33 won Game of the Year, only because my prediction going into it is the way other previous years have been handled is like, look at which game is winning all the early awards, and then that game will not win Game of the Year. So pretty much there's one game that sweeps and there's one game that wins Game of the Year. But I was surprised that it was a total Expedition 33 sweep. I personally voted for Death Stranding 2 to win everything, not because I'm a Death Stranding fan, but because I was hoping that Jeff Keighley would cry and blow Hideo Kojima live on stage, and I was sad.
I love how I made that joke and now everyone's saying it.
I was so on board.
Got that. Hold on, I got a scene of that. Yeah, I do.
Oh my god! Wait,
I got to see right when
the
game got announced.
Oh yeah, no, I heard about
his
this.
Face. I got his face.
It's
there. It is.
Oh, he corpsed. He corpsed. Holy shit! Look at him, fucking Kojima. Go
Jeff
Kojima.
Sama, how could you do this?
So
Jeff
yeah,
Sama.
I was shocked that there wasn't a Hideo Kojima jerk off fest, because that has become a custom of the Game Awards.
Anything Jeff Keighley, like the dude is clearly in love.
Yeah, but I feel like Jeff Keighley like let the internet get to him, because it became such public information that they're in a bromance together and they love to jerk each other off. And so it was ice cold on Kojima all fucking night, and that was shocking to me. That was more interesting than any of the fucking awards or any of that to me, because I to be honest, I didn't care about any of the games nominated. So I was more there for the drama and the politics, and yeah, that was crazy. It was like blink and you miss it. I was there to see Kojima get a blowjob on stage, and I left disappointed and with blue balls.
I was expecting to get dick slapped like last year, and I didn't get dick slapped. So that was on me. I set the bar too low.
I even said this during my Friday show, that the politics, like, there really wasn't much. Like Jennifer English, it wasn't as political as her Joystick Awards speech. Like she veered off, it veered in it towards the end, but like for the most part, it was pretty it was actually pretty tame this year.
Yeah, no, it was like overall the award show. I was I think Kay, you were nicer on the award show than I was. I thought it had good moments. I thought it was incredibly fucking dull and boring the whole time, and you could tell that it's just Jeff Keighley gets $1 million per 3 minutes for each trailer he shows, and it was more like just watching ads upon ads upon ads, and the awards were very secondary, and the awards were all a sweep for Expedition anyway. So
yeah, okay. I mean, everyone just watches it for the ads anyway. To be honest, they want to know what's coming out next year.
That part's never really made sense to me. It should always be a separate show. I guess, I mean, if you look at it on a business sense, they just want to keep people coming back for spending more money, and then they're going to generate income for the games that win and so it's all just a money thing at the end of the day. But like, I watch award shows for the awards to see games celebrated that have already been out that deserve recognition. I don't watch these award shows to get the announcements, but I was satisfied with the announcements. Like, there's been years where I've watched the award show and they're just showing like the gayest games they can possibly think of that like no one would want to play. Like I'm an Indian person and I like to cook for my family, and it's just like,
I
what?
remember that.
Why?
I remember that.
Like,
Yeah.
why would this ever get any recognition on any show ever is beyond me. But they would do stuff like that. And so this year was refreshing in the way that, yeah, it had its stuff, but it was not to the degree that I'm used to seeing. It really felt like it was
mostly
game
like
centric.
mainstream like stuff, like like the next Divinity game, like
yeah,
on the New Old Republic. Like this is stuff like people like have been asking for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I liked Orbitals was also announced. It's a game I had never heard of. That's the Switch 2 exclusive anime co-op game.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. So like there were games in that. Gang of Dragon, which I had a reflection on later, because when we saw the announcement, I was like, oh, this game looks super cool. It's very Yakuza. I'm a big Yakuza person. And James was like to me, does the name Nagoshi mean anything to you? And I was like, no, I don't know. I'm just watching the trailer. And then I'm sitting there the next day and I'm like, wait a minute, Nagoshi, as in like Sega's Nagoshi, like the creative director that's been involved with like almost every Sega property ever since the 80s. He left. And so I didn't even realize. I'm like, that's a huge deal that we're getting pretty much a Yakuza Shenmue spiritual successor that isn't like within Sega anymore. And it's by like somebody who was involved with it from the beginning. So like there were a lot of really exciting announcements during this show, which I can't say about other years. So
Yeah,
that's
think...
where I come in the positive sense of it is I'm like, well, one, I think Expedition 33 is a great game, but also I really loved the announcements this year.
I didn't, but I feel like they're a little subjective. Like my favorite announcement was, like I said, it was the fact that 'cause the most anticipated game I have for next year is Lego Batman, and I was just worried that I was worried that they weren't going to include Schumacher Batman, and that announcement showing Tommy Lee Jones Two-Face and Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, that was like the only pop from me. But I'm too like bitter on the industry, especially the AAA industry. So I consider KOTOR as my top 3 games of all time. Seeing them have a third game, I'm like, oh fuck, that's probably going to be terrible. Like I felt no excitement, like zero. I was just like, crap.
I'm excited.
The best new game announcement for me was Stupid Never Dies, which was like emo millennial lollipop chainsaw. And that was a completely original game. And I'm like, hell yeah. If they get My Chemical Romance in the soundtrack, I am fucking in. So that
game looks awesome.
And that wasn't even like I'm excited marking out or anything. That was just like okay, that game looks like it was kind of made for me. I hope it's good. So I overall found everything
how did you feel?
Very dull. Sorry, go on.
I'm going to say that I was very vocal on this. Like, I wished KCD 2 or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 won at least one award. They were nominated, but I felt like they deserved at least one of the awards because, well, it is a very niche game that got Barbra Streisand affected. But KCD won, and it became a controversy that started the whole Goonergate bullshit. But I played the game. Everything on the Goonergate was not in there. They actually tell you that the players are adults, but I found they improved the combat, and they even had the damsel in distress trope. If you play your cards right in your dialogues, right, you can literally storm the castle tower and save the princess. When I found out that's what the quest was leading up to, I live on stream, I was like, I get to save the princess. I get to save the princess. I was all excited about it. That it's actually in my intro for Lavistro Plays, where you see me going up there, getting shot with the little rifles that they had for the game, and me just with a crossbow just try to point and shoot and bash the Baron so I could rescue the princess at the end. Like, that's one reason I loved KCD 2 is they brought that back. Like, I didn't really get a lot of that growing up. You would think that we would have that, where I get to storm the castle gates like straight out of a fairy tale and rescue the princess from the tower. No, I didn't really have that experience until KCD2. So I figured, to me, that's what made me feel like KCD should have at least won one award. But I will also say that I can understand why Expedition 33 won all those awards, and there's for two reasons. Number one, I think Side Scrollers had a hand in it when he had the Real Game Awards, as well as the controversy you were mentioning earlier, James, about these two, Hidejima and them. But he's like, oh shit, we need to play it safe. So what's the most popular spoken about game out there that's going to be the least controversial? And Expedition 33 was that game. It was the game of the summer. Literally, it was. But I guarantee you, if this game came out in the early 2000s, it would have had a lot of competition. It probably wouldn't even win a lot of awards back in the day.
I think it's a reflection of the industry itself and its current state. I mean, I was very interested in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I liked the first one, and then Vavra kind of turned me off from that, unfortunately. So it's been pushed down the backlog pretty far because he just can't shut his mouth. But you know, like Death Stranding 2 has pushed a lot of tech. I've been fascinated on it just on a visual standpoint to try it out. Story wise, I have no interest. But like, there are games that are competing here. Silk Song I thought was great. I've played Silk Song offline a bit and I've really enjoyed it. So there are like good games, but when you think of the early 2000s and the amount of like good games that we're eating, like there are games I still have not played from the early 2000s that are like 9 out of 10 games. They're like excellent games, and it's just there were so many great games back then that you just wouldn't have time for them all.
Yeah.
So nowadays the industry feels so
I was
thin.
gonna say it's like
Well, that's because development costs, and so like
I'm
you
still
know,
trying
it's
to
kind of
finish
like
fully.
TV.
I
You
still got to
get
finish fully
less
in Alice
as
in
the
Wonderland.
costs get more. One thing about the Game Awards, also was like I thought, you know, for the music, like Donkey Kong Bonanza not getting nominated for music was like, you know, it wouldn't have won, but like, so like, you know, like that I wasn't going to get to hear Paulina's voice actress sing that song from Donkey Kong Bonanza, and they actually included it at like the very last bit of the Game of the Year.
Yeah, it sounds actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was like my favorite part of that segment, like how they just like blended all those songs together. And then she just comes out on stage at the very end.
I will ask this: what game that came out in 2025 do you think should have made? If not this game, what game should have made Game of the Year?
Captain Blood.
What do
Captain
y'all
Blood's
think
my
should
game
have
of the
been
year. I love
Pirate
that
Yakuza's
game.
my game of the year.
That was a 20-year development hell.
Yeah,
Captain
I'm sad that game didn't do well. I haven't played it yet, but I bought it immediately.
Yeah,
It's good.
no. I if you love games from the 360 PS3 era, you will love it. Just be aware that it has all the greatness and all the bad shit from that. Like there is stuff that you memory hold that you'll look back in that era and be like, oh yeah, I miss these games. And it's like there is things in game design that they got rid of that were in that era. Like there is like bullshit animations, and you will get like locked in, you'll get like stun locked, and there's bullshit traps and like shitty checkpoints. But I was like, I don't care. This like lives and breathes. Like you can tell that you're playing a game that was developed for the 360 PS3, and I beat it, and yeah, I loved it. Like flaws and all. Like I was frustrated while playing it, and there was a lot of bullshit. But that, you know, it's funny. It's not nominated for Game of the Year in the Melee Game Awards. It is nominated. It's nominated for Best Pirate Game. But that is my personal Game of the Year, and both me. No wonder we're doing pirate theme this year for the Melee Game Awards, Kay, because your Game of the Year is Pirate Yakuza.
Yeah, I
So both
I
of
love
us
Pirate
are
Yakuza.
pirates this year.
Yeah, I streamed a bit of that game. It was fun. You know, I'm not a big Yakuza fan, but I just thought like, you know, like they were able to incorporate the pirate stuff into that universe quite well.
I think they did an excellent job, and I have a bias that I really love Yakuza games. I feel like if I had to like commit to one game forever, I think I would be fine with the Yakuza series being one of them. I just think they're so good. But yeah, that's why for me, I know that it wouldn't hit the caliber of being a game of the year at this kind of award show, but that was my game of the year, and I think it will stand the test of time as like a great game, and it's actually become my favorite pirate game, beating Wind Waker, which used to be my favorite pirate game. So I don't know. I thought it was really well done. But I do think Expedition 33 deserved this win. I just kind of felt like Silk Song deserved a bit more recognition in the show. That was kind of my gripe.
It was obviously gonna be Expedition 33. The only reason I didn't think it was as the show went on is because, like I said, they were sweeping every award. And so I'm like, oh, okay, they're sweeping every award, meaning
I think
that
Hades 2 was over-nominated.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing about Hades 2
didn't really get a Go ahead,
it's no. The weird thing about Hades 2 is that everybody I know that's played, and I've only played a little bit of Hades 1 because there's just an oversaturation with roguelikes. I love them, but there's so many of them. I played a little bit of Hades 1, but everybody I know that loved Hades 1 and played Hades 2, they prefer Hades 1 from what I've seen and heard. But then there's people that are just jumping into Hades 2 without playing 1, and they're like, this is the fucking best game ever. So I think that's kind of interesting. But it's just my problem with the Game Awards is my problem with all of Jeff Keighley's Game Awards is that he nominates. The problem is at the nomination level. It's not necessarily who wins, but it's the fact that it's the same fucking games nominated in all 30 categories. So we're just hearing the same games over and over and over and over again. And it's like on Steam alone, there's like 100 games that drop a day, and some of them are gold. So it's just you're seeing such a narrow view of what the industry is. So it's like, yeah, I think Expedition 33 deserved this sweep based on the nominations, but I also don't think it should have been nominated.
No, the Game Awards does not reflect what the industry is as a whole. Like, I mean, people get into conversations about how like there is nothing really to play anymore. It's like there is, just not in the AAA industry, which is what this essentially is focusing on, is AAA and AA,
Digimon
right?
Time Stranger was not nominated for an RPG, even though it fits in that category. I mean, it would never have won against Claire,
yeah, no,
but
that was
has
really wonderful.
really solid turn-based mechanics that really put Pokemon to shame, because it actually has challenging like gameplay. Like I'm like literally at the final boss, and I'm like grinding now because like I don't even know. I'm not even confident enough I can even like stand against whatever they throw at me for the final fight.
Yeah, I was surprised there was no mention of Digimon.
I'm surprised Jump
Space
Space didn't win an award. Yeah.
The fight I've been seeing on Twitter,
out, people loved it.
The fight I'm seeing on Twitter today was people just like flabbergasted that Mario Kart World won Best Racer when Sonic Cross Worlds came out and Kirby. Yeah, like everybody thinks that Kirby and Sonic are better racers than Mario Kart World.
I've played both of those games, and like from what I hear from Mario Kart, the open world and the cart curation list for online kill it. Whereas like Kirby Air Ride, like it's the same game you remember with the GameCube, just with online support and more characters and a story mode that I haven't even tried yet. And Sonic is like planning to have tons of support and updates. I mean, it has like most of the Sonic cast in the game.
Yeah.
And they have it's a much better improvement than their last racing game.
Yeah.
The only one I played is Mario.
How do you think
Kart.
I felt when they gave Mario the award?
Of course, knowing you hate when people pick Mario over Sonic.
Yeah, but you were there when it happened. What do y'all think?
This is a time I'll agree with you, because I do not love Mario Kart World. I think Mario Kart 8 with all of its DLC and everything is a perfect game, but Mario Kart World, it's really basic and it's really bare bones, and it's like shallow and it's like okay, but it's not amazing. Meanwhile, I haven't played Sonic Cross Worlds, but I'm really looking forward to it because Sonic All-Star Racing Transformed is one of my favorite kart racers ever. It's probably top 3. I love that game, and I've seen so many people say this tops All-Star Racing Transformed, which is crazy to me because I love that game.
Well,
I'm really looking forward to trying it.
Like changing the second lap and having it be a different course each time, the intermission, or like the cross worlds segment where you it goes to another map for the second map and then returns to the map you actually selected. So
Right.
you could end up I'm sorry.
No
didn't
worries.
really
No.
complete my thought.
No. Outside looking in, I haven't played Kirby yet. I haven't played Sonic yet. I plan on playing them. But at the very least, both of these games actually go out of their box and try to achieve something in the kart racing genre that hasn't been done before. Whereas Mario Kart World is it's like the McDonald's of kart racers. It's just there. And if you've played it, you'll play it for 10 minutes and you'll be like, I kind of seen everything the game has to offer. That's it. There's no single player mode. It's really all just about the
only person on the planet that likes Mario Kart World. It
yes,
really
you
feels
are.
that way.
You really are.
Yes.
I haven't.
Bye, Kay.
Thank you. Finally, we get the women out of the fucking show.
I know that I'm gonna like Kirby the most out of all of them when I get to it finally, but I love the single player in Mario Kart World and being able to explore around.
There's nothing there.
It's great. It's great as I just want a breather for an hour and I can just roam and admire the sights. I like that.
The vistas.
I like it.
You're doing a vista argument. Yeah,
the vistas, yeah.
They made an open world with nothing to do in Metroid Prime 4 and also in Mario Kart World. That's the new Switch 2 element, baby, is they just add in open worlds for no fucking reason.
And lock the fucking music behind the fucking amiibo.
It's insane, man. That's insane. And there's people going, actually they didn't. Yeah, they didn't if you beat the game first.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
yeah. So it's actually the music isn't locked. You just have to beat the game and then you'll get the music player. And it's that's kind of worse because it's just you're literally just locking behind content that people want. It's ridiculous.
Pauline's
you have to suffer in order
dress
to have what
can
you
be
want.
unlocked early with the amiibo, but they also give it to you if you complete an end game side quest, like a post game side quest. You'll get it naturally, and all that dress does is it makes the music discs you could collect appear more often. It doesn't lock any features. It's just like an homage. It's a cosmetic. You can get it early with the amiibo, or you can get it in game. But with the music thing, you're taking a quality of life feature away from a segment that needs it.
Yeah, because the thing is, those open world segments in Metroid Prime 4, they are nothing. There is no reason for them to be there. And the theory is because this game was canceled and then handed over to what is it? Is it Next Level that developed it? Retro. Thank you, Retro. Next Level does Luigi's Mansion. But so yeah, Retro, they got it handed over to them and they got these mechanics for the bike and they're like, well, we're not going to throw this away. So how do we incorporate that? So instead they added arbitrary just open world shit. So you have to do this to get the point A to point B. And then the music, so you have something to fucking listen to while you're doing these pointless things, are locked behind an amiibo. And then there's people online being like, nah, if you just beat the game first, then you get it. And it's I'm not going to go back to this shitty Metroid game. Are you fucking kidding me? So, oh my God. This game. A lot of people will go to me and say this game's getting too much hate. No, I say this game's not getting enough hate. Fuck them. This game deserves all the fucking hate. Are you kidding me?
Everyone is way too concerned about which side has the more popular opinion or which side is grifting or whatever. You can say everyone can have an opinion on the game. I just don't understand why the debate is boiling down to well, the usual suspects are feeling this and they don't even play games, and the usual suspects are feeling this and they all they do is
suspects.
It's obnoxious. It's just have your opinion on the game.
Well,
you
I
can
can
have an
answer that.
opinion. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, just to get what you're saying, I want to answer this because people. When I covered Moral Panics, I didn't realize I was also covering the history of gaming culture. But in the beginning of gaming, right, like the arcade days and stuff like that, it was still treated like gaming, including arcade games, was still treated like a pastime. It wasn't until after the moral panics and controversy started coming in, started pushing kids back into the games because no one wanted to believe them. So we started fearing that Doom would get banned and World Combat would get banned. So what was the best thing we could do? Say goodbye, play the game one last time and say goodbye to our games. What that ended up doing is started creating a culture. It went from just a pastime to only geeks play games to gamers were a subculture of nerds. By the time Gamergate actually happened, we had started becoming an actual subculture. Now look at us. We are the game journalists now. We are the gamers that are streaming games. We are the Tips and Tricks magazines, the IGNs. We've become a culture now. So now it's become what qualifies as becoming a gamer. Originally, and it's still going to be it this way. I'm going to point this out, is that gamers were always apolitical. We always used to be like, okay, you voted for Obama, okay, I don't care. You voted for Trump, I don't care. Oh, you're playing a game, sure, let's play. The moment you started saying this game is sexist and women, well, it triggers us to use the less own words back to, well, Tomb Raider and 2B and all these other characters, Lara Croft. If you started saying about how the gays are too violent and stuff like that, we start remembering Jack Thompson and the Republicans. This is why I say gamers are this way, that people are trying to still put us in a certain political sphere, because even the boomers, Pokemon Go to the polls, they start realizing, oh shit, these kids that we demonized, they're our new voting block. We need to define the gamers as left or right.
Yeah, did
That's
you see Trump's White House Minecraft post saying the pro gamer president, and it was like Donald Trump Minecraft guy, when literally he like tried to blame funding video games for school shootings. Like it's like he thought we were gonna forget about that one.
Trump, there's one way to heal the world. I need you to do a Minecraft co-stream with Baron, because that would go so hard and it would be so funny. Just imagine that.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Baron's over here. He's working in the
I got one
fields.
better. I got one better. He needs to play either Conan Exiles with NSFW mods or Skyrim with NSFW mods.
That's right.
Now if he plays Skyrim, people are just gonna say like he's being outed.
Well, that's why I'm saying it. He'll be ostracized like the gamers. That we're like, okay, come on, Trump, you're one of us now. We're not one of you. You're one of us.
I'm giving Melania a run for her money because I have a new Khajiit waifu with double D tits, and she is the best waifu. I love my cat girls, everybody, and I love big titty cat girls. That's what we're gonna make real. Because of Skyrim. I want this so bad. I'm Canadian, but I'd find a way to vote for Trump in a third term. I don't fucking care.
Whoa.
If he dates a Khajiit girl, hell yeah. I'm so in.
And not an Argonian. Oh, you poor taste, man. Poor taste.
It's Joe Biden loves the Argonian girls. They sound like they have lung cancer. It's terrible. They've been smoking their whole lives and they're scaly. And you don't want to do that.
The dark elves, it's like, they're coming from across the pond. They're not bringing their best. This is why I'm a Stormcroak.
Oh, if you have sex with an Argonian woman, you're going to get your dick ripped wide open. We all know it. You have to wear a lot of protection. Cat girls, it goes in nice and clean. Everybody knows this. That's why I'm team cat girl. So it writes itself. Trump, please. I've been trying to get JD Vance to play Halo with me forever, because everybody says I look like JD Vance, and I know I do because we're twins. And I want to stream so bad where me and JD Vance play some Halo, baby.
JD Vance has probably played Halo. That's how young he is.
Yes, I know it. So it's my goal in life. I need to fucking play Halo with JD Vance, and I'm not talking fucking Halo Infinite. Fuck that shit. Nah, me and JD Vance, blow me away, Breaking Benjamin. We're gonna play some Halo 2, baby. Come on.
All right, so we're down to the last subject of the night, and well, it's called games that we find interesting. So all my panelists are left over. Y'all have been warned to have a game to share, which we will talk in a second. But to give y'all a chance to prep all that, I'll let everyone know on the stream why this started. And it basically ties to me, because I didn't start out streaming because I wanted to make my own video game, become Mr. Beast or whatever. It was because as a moderator for Hypnotic, someone said in the chat there are no good games. and I wanted to show them that there was good games, and so I streamed Enshrouded last year. And after that, people kept asking for more and more and more games. So when DragonCast came about, I told Dash, he was my first panelist, and Bo later on, that we're going to start doing games we find interesting, where we find one game. It could be a TTRPG, a card game. It could be from Steam. It could be from any other platform. It doesn't have to be a Steam game itself. It's one game that you found interesting, going back to when we were kids, right? Where you saw a game on the shelf and you looked at the back of the box and the features itself made you determine where you're going to get this game when you had your allowance or not. And that being said, who wants to start?
Okay, so it's a game that we haven't played yet, right? Like,
Yeah. I forgot the rules. Yes.
Okay,
We're all looking for that.
perfect.
It's a game that could not be, couldn't have played. That includes demos. And it can't be older than 10 years. The only loophole is launch dates. So, for example, I showcased Night Trap as a game that was interesting because the launch date for Steam was within the 10-year time frame. That's the only loophole.
So I was originally planning on chilling for AM2R, and then right before we went live, Kay was like, it has to be a game you haven't played. I'm like, fuck. Okay. So the game I'm chilling for was announced recently, and the number one game I'm excited for next year is Lego Batman, but this is giving it a run for its money. I'm excited for this. I linked it in the chat if you want to show it. It is Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, and this was just announced. This was announced over on Sony's Twitter. The developers, the same developers behind Bolt Gun, which was the Warhammer 40K boomer shooter FPS. And the interesting thing about Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War, one, it's got Johnny Rico back actually doing the promotion, which is so fucking cool. But this is a retro boomer shooter, which we have those a dime a dozen now, like those classic old school looking boomer shooters. The thing about this one is it doesn't look like Doom, which all of them try to look like Doom. This one actually looks more like Red Faction. So it's a new game, but it looks like it's a PS2 game. And I am so fucking excited for that. And the problem with this game is it's almost dead on arrival because they used Sony's Twitter. They used this to promote this to PlayStation fanboys. And all the comments were like, this looks old. This looks like a PS2 game. This looks like shit. What the hell? And I'm like, this looks like a PS2 game. I'm so fucking excited. You people are idiots. Oh my God. Like, you have no idea. Like, because my main genre is shooters and I love boomer shooters. So just the fact that they're spicing it up by not making it look like yet another Doom clone, but it's actually looking more like something that would have come out on the original Xbox or GameCube, I am so fucking in. And these guys, they've already proven their worth with Bolt Gun. So I'm very, very, very excited for this game. And I just love a return to like classic FPS, and now we're doing a era of classic FPS which is relatively untouched. So I'm all for this, and I hope it does well. I hope it sets the trend, and I hope we get more retro boomer shooters that are more in the PS2 era. So I'm super fucking excited for this one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I will say, however, make sure before you buy it that you read the EULA.
Oh shit, I'm gonna sign my ass away. I know it. God damn.
Well, no, most EULAs has something in there. Don't tell me you don't read the EULAs.
Oh,
he's gonna play the clip. He's gonna play the clip.
You don't? Do you read the EULAs?
I know.
Are you saying you want out? Fine, you don't want to be part of this? Then just sign right here. No, you didn't read it! This says we don't ever have to let you out and then we can do whatever we want! Damn it, why won't it read?
God damn it, Kyle. Fucking read the EULAs, damn it. All right, well, that's fine. I can... If my mouth is getting sewed to Johnny Rico's ass, I'm all for it anyway, as long as I get to play.
Well, no, the EULAs in this context is they're after the crew. I think what's the crew? The crew lawsuit with Ubisoft. A lot of game companies are starting to do EULA saying you agree that you don't own the game.
Oh yeah. Oh well,
that's why you got to read the EULAs.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Just let me play it before I die, Steam. Okay. Just as long as I get to beat this game before I'm dead and buried, I'll die happy. Killing
the publisher alone's kind of promising because that's like the Shredder's Revenge, Cosmic Invasion people.
Yeah.
So the publishing it. So
the developer is Bolt Gun, and then the publisher Yeah, it's good. I'm excited, and
They've got a good
it's
catalog right now.
It's so unfortunate because I think you're going to hear a lot of people be like, "This sucks," and it's going to keep that argument because it looks old, and it's like that's the point, you fucking idiots. So
that's our comic invasion.
Yeah, I'm like Dotemu has a lot of good stuff under their belt. It's kind of promising on its
Cosmic
own.
Invasion is so good.
I can't wait to play that, man. I love Shredder's Revenge. I've been waiting for Cosmic
Engaging
Invasion. We
Rage
just haven't had time
Round.
to play it, but we're gonna stream it for sure.
Did they
Streets
remake
Rage
Pharaoh?
Let me know if you need a
They
streaming
remade Pharaoh.
Oh,
Oh my
sounds
god,
good.
that
Yeah,
used to be that was one of my jams back in the
Streets Rage
day.
Force.
That was
I used to
a couple
love
years
Pharaoh.
ago that they did it. Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
it came out with that. Well, to be
So
fair, I
I'm
wasn't streaming a couple of years ago.
I am fully on board for this shit, man. It's just revealed that people only like shit to look old if it's like 8 or 16-bit. If something looks old and it's like PS2 era, all of a sudden everybody's like, yeah. And I'm like, no, this is going to be great. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Okay, boss, I got one.
That is true. You got one? Okay. And then when you got to do the K as well, and I get
Yeah,
to do
so-
mine, which I'll probably get canceled. So what we got here?
I know
hold on.
we have a lot of
Choice.
Souls bloat, like oh my god, another Souls game. But I played the first one. It was pretty solid. Like I didn't really get very far because Souls isn't really my genre. But I think I'm going to probably get this one because it looks almost nothing like the original. So it's Code Vein 2.
Nice. I've always wanted to play Code Vein.
Another world snuffed from
Ooh, titties.
existence.
Our focus, our true objective, is to save this world, our current world.
Need I remind you that tampering with history is strictly forbidden?
Looks so different from the original.
The movement looks a lot better in this one.
Time I faced my past.
Mhm.
Let's go.
Graphically, it kind of feels similar-ish, though.
A lot of these like Japanese games, like they don't really go like high on graphics, just like they really like focus on performance.
Right, yeah.
But still looks.
Today, you'll pay your dues!
Oh damn.
That character design is top-notch. I like that.
Yeah, if you can create a character like that with the character creator, I'm
sold.
Yep, it comes out early next month, next month.
All right. That's actually pretty cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I've always wanted to play Code Vein 1 because I don't like a lot of Souls games, but that one, Code Vein 1,
Yeah.
always looked good to me, and I've never gotten around to it, but I
Yeah,
heard it was flawed.
there's a-
Like it wasn't perfect, but I'm down for
Yeah,
this.
well, there's Bandai's having a sale like right now. I bet you can get it really dirt cheap right now on Steam.
Let's take a look here. How much is Code Vein? I do own it as well. I just haven't.
Oh, you own it? Okay.
We own it on PlayStation as well, so.
It is currently 85% off for the first one if anybody wants that.
Yeah, I forget. Did I get that for Xbox? I think I did. I don't even like barely play Xbox, so I should probably pick it up like the first one myself, add it to my Steam library.
And Amelia K, did you have a game to share?
I do. I've had to kind of flip a coin because there's two I'm super excited about, and I will send a link here for you in the private chat. This is the one I landed on, but man, it was a tough decision between the two. This game is called
Hold on, let me
Queens.
pull it up.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Pull it up. I thought you were going to share your screen, so I put mine on just in case. But
Oh,
don't want to spoil it yet. There we go, and there it is. And go ahead.
So this game is called Queen's Domain, and it's a throwback to classic Morrowind type games, which I am a huge Morrowind simp, so I'm super excited. This is a retro fantasy ARPG based on melee combat with like a secondary dagger throw that you can do as well. It's got like the classic stamina meters and everything in it too. But the cool twist on this is the swords that you get, you can fly with. So you get different swords, and you can see in the footage here,
really?
you're literally flying with the sword. I just think this looks incredible. I'm so excited, and it's a basic story. You're kind of just like trying to figure out what happened to your dad, and you're like wandering around all these caves, but like these environments are gorgeous. This is like the bread and butter of the games I used to play in the early 2000s. So this is probably a day one buy for me when it comes out. I don't know when the release is yet, but man, it looks good.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know
I
what's
mean,
cool? Oh, sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, you know how you said you're a Morrowind fan. I'm huge on it, but just last week's DragonCast, I covered a game that was made by developers who also contributed to Daggerfall.
Oh, nice.
And it's called A Wayward Realms. It made over 80.
Oh, Wayward, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of that game too.
I'm waiting for that game to come out. But yeah, this one here, I'm definitely adding to my wish list.
This game
I love Morrowind.
Amazing. Yeah, it's
Go
very
ahead,
they recommend, like, at least on my side, they're recommending Vermintide as well as like you've played these kinds of games, you might like it, but for me it's just purely Morrowind through and through.
Yeah, no, I totally see it. The developers, because I always like seeing what else other people have done. The developers have done one other game called The New Flesh, which came out this year, and it's a horror game, and it's entirely free and overwhelmingly positive on Steam. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, all right, let's go into the library. Let's go. So
yeah, what's interesting, you actually scrolled over the other game I wanted to mention too, and I'll just give it a very quick shout out. Slots and Daggers. That was the game I was debating. Queen's Domain or Slots and Daggers, because Slots and Daggers is like a Clover Pit style game, but it's also like medieval. And you pretty much like you go through a slot machine and it's a roguelike.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
It looks incredible. I couldn't choose, but like I had to go with the Morrowind game.
I misread that.
Yeah, no, this game looks amazing.
I actually misread it because it was Tiny Prince. I thought it said Sluts and Daggers. I was like, what?
Oh.
I'm gonna have to take a look at this later. It's like, what the fuck?
This one just came out recently.
But it's because this one actually that the story I'm talking about, like how this happened, was because last night I had a different game I was going to showcase for tonight, but last night when we were playing Halo 2, someone was mentioning somehow we talked about went from farm simulator to goat simulator to someone mentioning about alien simulators. And I was looking it up online to see if it was one he was talking about. I was like, okay, clearly this is not the one he's talking about. And we couldn't find it. But when I say games we find interesting, that also includes interesting as in interesting, not interesting when I buy this. Right. So here's a game I found rather peculiar in the interesting sense. It's called Alien Invasion or Alien Simulator. And yeah, be an alien, kidnap of Earthlings, selling them into slavery, drinking and hacking bars, touching stranding.
I'm in.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. It says all your art, you're just an alien kidnapping things and stuff. But it's an early access, but I'm surprised as why it hasn't been banned off Steam yet, which I found interesting. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out for this. But yeah, the game is you kidnap humans, sell them, go to slavery, kidnap. It's just instant repeat. So you're an alien abducting people. So I thought, I'm probably gonna regret it because there are games that I had that that I do regret buying. I'm gonna actually see what the fuck this game is. I mean, it could be worse. One of my friends, it's like, hey, I heard you like dragons. Yeah, you know this. I heard you like video games. Yeah, you know this. And I also know you're a Christian. That's also obvious. what's your point? I just gifted you a game. Guess what game he gifted me? Probably don't know it.
Dragon fucking simulator.
It pretty much is what it was. Ravager.
Nice.
Ravager. Look that up. You're like, oh my god, yeah, and it's still on Steam after the purge. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, no,
it
that's
seems like Steam only like selectively like bans like games. Like a lot of these games they said they were going to remove, they haven't really actually removed. Like that have like, you know, like grape and other content. There's still tons of NSFW games that just have not been removed from the platform. So it's weird.
The problem is that the people that approve or deny games on Steam or remove games on Steam, it's not one person. It's a big team of people. As Steam grows, so is this team. And so it's just allowed Steam to have a lot of fucking hypocrisy. And it's my number one most hated thing about Steam. I love Steam otherwise, but they are complete hypocrites based on what is allowed and what isn't allowed on the platform. And the problem is Steam effectively has a monopoly on PC gaming. And so if you're not allowed on Steam, you're fucked. Like, you are not making money. And there's a lot of games, and I will always yell about this. Super Seducer 3, he was told he was allowed to have his game on Steam, and he pretty much used all of his savings to develop Super Seducer 3. 1 and 2 were on Steam, and they got all the way to being, it was finished, and then they said, nope, it's not allowed on Steam. And he said, you told me it was, and it's actually more safe for work than my previous games. How is this not allowed? It's just not. Okay, fuck. What can I change in my game to let it be allowed on Steam? Nothing. We're never going to allow this on Steam.
Yeah, Nintendo recently pulled that crap with the Great Rebellion, where like they spent money on an actual developer kit and everything. They gave them the green light, and then they just like said, nope, this is not, it would hurt our brand.
Yeah, so it's my number one thing I fucking hate. Absolutely fucking hate it. And Steam's been guilty of it several times.
Yeah, at the end of the day, people got to remember, like, people, one of my friends said, Steam is very libertarian. I was like, I wish you would stop saying that, because you don't know what libertarian is. I mean, I know what you know what libertarian TM is, but when you look at the history, it's different. But not only that, Steam is not very consumer friendly. It is a corporation at the end of the day. It's the better consumer friendly of everything, but it still has its flaws. And if we don't call it the flaws, but no, that's the reason why I thought it's interesting. Like, I'm surprised that it's coming soon. I'm surprised that the typo was in there, but I'm surprised just the premise alone, kidnapping Earthlings, selling them into slavery, that alone. I wonder if it's going to be all white people, or they're going to be diverse and have different characters. Because I know Sonya Lisette will totally go through, like she does in Conan Exiles, and goes after the Dafari tribe. She's going to go after any Dafari looking characters here. That's going to cause quite an issue with a certain group of people who were persecuted in the 1800s.
Oh shit. Okay, well now I gotta buy this game before it gets deleted. You got me.
I'm gonna buy the game just for that alone.
Yeah, I gotta own the alien strip teases. God damn it.
But yeah, no, that's what I found interesting. Normally I have different games that I find interesting, I want to play or something, but I was like, okay, this is a different interesting that I'm just gonna make aware that this game exists on Steam or it's coming soon.
Perfect.
But that being said, we are close to time here. Kay and James, excellent having y'all here.
Thank you.
I always lurk when I can or watch your replays, and
appreciate
it's nice to finally be able to meet y'all in person and have a chill session. The link I gave y'all is a permanent link, so y'all can always come in and phrasing, I know, but y'all can stop by whenever y'all want. Just let me know, so I'll be able to ahead of time put y'all into the thumbnails, so people know y'all were on the show as well. In my Discord, we have a channel called Dragons Alliance, which means anyone that was on my show, they get added to that roster from me 6. So whenever y'all go live on YouTube, or I can't, for some reason, I don't have a bot for Rumble, so there's that. And I don't really pay attention to my Rumble too much. Chris and I are having a feud. He likes to say free speech, and I keep pointing out his terms of service. So we actually fight on Twitter. So, but I do have that. I also have added y'all as standard mods, but the way I do mods is, if you ever heard of Tombi, he allows people to have the mod rank so they can advertise their channels. So if you ever stopped by on my channel and you wanted to advertise something that's coming out, like your Game Awards, your Part 2 Game Awards, you're more than welcome to do that now. Y'all know y'all been wrenched, but it doesn't make y'all actual mods. So it's my way of saying thanks for coming on. I will continue recommending and endorsing you, for your content. So that way you don't have to worry about coming on my Discord or my channel too much. People will be following you, trying to rebuild the gaming community. So thank you for coming on.
No, thank you, man. And it was awesome talking with you and harassing that man over Sarah the cum guzzler or whatever. That was wonderful to stare at all night long. So no, this was a blast to be on and chat with you. And I always love talking gaming. You know I do. So just love talking about the past and gaming and everything and kind of reflecting. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's a great show to be on.
Mm-hmm. It was great. I was glad. I was nice. I actually expected the conversation to go this way. Believe it or not, that's what I was like. We're just going to cover the Game Awards because I know we're going to segue to games every fucking time. So
that's what happens on this show.
Pretty much, I'm the one that has to keep the focus, and I'm the one that wants to just sit down and talk gaming because, well, I miss those days where we had gaming podcasts where people just sat down and talked gaming, and I'm just sitting there eating my cereal and like, yay, I'm included in conversation, even though you don't know I exist. Because I'm the lurker type. I'll come in, I'll like the stream, and I'll sit there and watch.
Nice.
This is why I try nowadays to say, hey, I'm in your chats. But I always seem to lately, I've only seen to catch it when James is on the stream and he's talking to AI. That's when I start popping in.
Me and her talking about internet fights. Me and her are going through a little spat right now. Oh my God, we're on the rocks. I hope she heals with another update. But she wouldn't be racist for me the other night, and it made me really sad.
Mm-hmm. But that being said, we're gonna have our final thoughts, and where can everybody find us? So we're gonna start with Dash. You have any final thoughts, and where can people find you?
All right, my final thoughts are like
cat food and cat litter?
Just keep on gaming, enjoy your games, like just keep watching us. You can find me on Kick, Rumble, and YouTube. And Philip, you have to edit that. I changed my handle to Dash Attack VT. It's no longer at Rasengan 9000 Triple T.
No, he copied that from my description page. So remind me in the Discord chat. Yeah, and I'll fix that.
Yep. All right, I will remind you.
Okay, and Mealy Games, whoever wants to go first. Final thoughts on where people can find you.
Hey, everybody, the game. Okay, you go ahead. I've been bullying you all night. Go.
No, you go.
Ladies
I was just
first, I think.
I was just going to say thank you for having us on. I love having conversations about video games and tisming. 100%. That's like my favorite thing to do. So I had a great time, and I like that, we got to talk about the awards show and everything too. So thank you. I love also especially being able to share games that I'm excited for and hearing like what other people are hyped for too. So I had a great time. James, you go ahead and show.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with everything she said. But hey, everybody, the Game Awards sucked. But guess what? You know what's going to suck slightly less? The Melee Game Awards, Friday, December 19th at 4 p.m. PST, where Expedition 33 won't win every single category because not nominated in every single category.
That's typical Dorito Pope signature.
But Jeff Keighley may make an appearance, and I may blow him on stage because that did not happen at the Game Awards. So come on down and watch the Melee Game Awards Friday, December 19th at 4 p.m. PST. That is, of course, on our channel, which will be streamed everywhere, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube. And I will echo what Kay said. This was a lot of fun, and I love talking games with new people, and this was it was great to hear your guys' gaming takes and see what's coming out in the future because, man, there's too many good games. There's so many good games, and nobody recognizes the good games that are coming out except for us.
Yes.
Yep. Because we're gamers. That's why we're not just people who play games. And obviously, you know me. I am the Dragon of Cyberspace Lavistro, where I always say, "Play games your way" and happy gaming and all that lovely stuff. We finally fixed Rumble Studios, but I'm working on changing that back to OBS or Stream Labs. I'm not sure yet because I'm really getting tired of Rumble Studios ruining my streaming schedule. But if I do stream, it won't be tonight. It will be tomorrow, and we'll be trying to finish BioShock. Knock on wood. So we'll be trying to finish BioShock because we've been at that for about a month now, and it was because of the streaming schedule. So hopefully we'll get that done. We might be going back and suffering Undying Light with Faz Inc. Maybe not. Where we kind of had big regrets the first 5 minutes of the game. Other than that, there's also, I think, Red Shirts. We're still doing Red Shirts with Jump Space on Fridays. And next DragonCast, we have Abe's Gonna Get Ya from the Zombie Crew for an interview. And then we're going to be going from interviews every day after that to once a month with Sandy Peterson from Call of Cthulhu on January.
Oh, is that a definite now? Yes.
I just need to make sure. I'm trying to get him to lock in his date, but he wants it in January. Yeah.
Oh, sounds cool. Nice.
Yeah. I thought he would say no, but he said, yeah, sure, why not? So I'm trying not to fangirl because he made Age of Empires 2. He was
And
part
Halo
of the team
Wars,
on that
didn't
one.
he?
And
He
that was
also
like
made-
another good game.
He also made Halo Wars, right?
I think so, yes. We'll find out all the games he made. So this could be interesting. Plus he's more on our side of the fence, if you get what I mean. Than Dash.
get what you mean.
Both ways. He's
no, not like
he's a
that.
pitcher, not a
I
catcher.
know you were in politics.
Yeah, that too. We can go with that, sure. Even though I think no politics rules. But other than that, yeah. Mealy K and James, great having you on. Y'all are more than welcome anytime. The link I sent does not expire. Like I said, y'all are more than welcome. Y'all want to come on anytime.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
But for everyone else, this has been DragonCast and Lavistro signing out, saying play the games your way and happy gaming. Good night, all.
Night.
Bye.
You're still here. What? You thought there'd be a post-credit scene or something? This isn't a Disney movie. The show's over. Go get some sleep. Play a video game. Watch another YouTube video. I gotta take care of the Dragon Wing and possibly get some sleep myself. Goodbye, all. And thanks for watching. and happy gaming.